Good evening. Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. Tonight we're doing Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or if you're on that side of the pond, we're doing Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. With me is Aged Boomer as always, and special guest meteorologist Katie, also known as So Many Fandoms. How are you?
I'm doing great. Sleep deprivation is a good look on me. How are you doing?
I'm okay. And how are you, Aged Boomer?
I'm doing well. Katie, have you ever tried 5-hour energy, huh?
Oh, I wish. I can't even have coffee because I get migraines. So any caffeine I can't have. I run on pure sugar and blissful ignorance. That is it.
Donuts. Have donuts.
Lots of donuts.
Donuts. I have to say, no, 5-hour energy is the devil. When I was in graduate school, I would down some 5-hour energy, and no, it's not worth it. It's evil. It's like in Time Ban. It's concentrated evil in liquid form. Don't ever take it. Okay.
I hear it's like
apparently
battery
it's all natural
acid.
though. Apparently it's all natural. Okay,
Really?
that's what they sell it. It is made from natural ingredients, but I don't know.
How?
It's
Like, do you just like get every single cup of coffee in the world, dehydrate it, and take that caffeine and just shove it in a bottle?
maybe. I don't know what's made out of. The trick is you got to down it all at once. Okay.
Oh,
and then you shake for about 5 minutes, and then you're fine. Okay. Anyway, hello. Oh, look at that. Al, Big Al has a comment.
Oh, Patronus. I think I'm an otter because I'm also clearly I'm a Hufflepuff, but my Patronus is an otter. I did all the Pottermore stuff. Have you guys ever done that?
I only did the house. I should probably do the Patronus though. I remember I did do the I forget the Golden Compass one where you found out what your daemon was. I think I got some kind of a big cat, like a leopard or something. But
cool.
I think no, for Harry Potter though, for the house I got Slytherin.
Oh no.
Everyone says that. And what are
Oh, go ahead.
No, go. You're going to say about Slytherin.
No, with Slytherin, it's not all bad. Not every Slytherin is a bad wizard, but all bad wizards come from Slytherin. And I think that's one thing that people mix up in the fandom a little bit. So it's okay. You're ambitious. So
yeah, that's what my friend at work says. She's also a Hufflepuff, and she says no. People said it's clever. It's not clever. It's they're ambitious. Okay, and ambition isn't necessarily a bad thing. Okay,
exactly.
Villains tend to be ambitious as well, though. That's kind of their part and parcel.
See, my favorite thing is Hufflepuffs and Slytherin totally would be best friends, just like Ravenclaw and Gryffindor seem to be good friends. It's like, I'd love to see a Slytherin and a Hufflepuff just hanging out. Complete opposite personalities.
Yeah, well, maybe if they ever do a sequel, we'll see that, huh?
There we go.
That they're warning that they're going to be doing. Okay, but
they are.
It's in talks. It's all rumors right now about an HBO Max series that would feature the adult characters. I don't know if they base it on the Cursed Child or if it'd be something else. But you're not liking this?
Don't. The adults had their time. Bring in some fresh kids, which sounds really wrong, but like
Harry Potter, the next like Malfoy's son or something, like that sort of thing. Okay, all right.
Or heck, just go to a random Scottish kid who's like, "Oh, I don't think I'm going to be going to Hogwarts," and then all of a sudden, "Oh, I'm going to Hogwarts!" Like, go for it.
What is it? Seamus Diggory, he was Scottish, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
With a name like Seamus, you have to be.
Okay. But I don't know how Fantastic Beasts Part 3 is going to go either, because people are screaming about that. But anyway, what was I going to say? We'll stay positive tonight, though. We got
let me welcome the chat real fast. Melissa Harris, hello as always. Thank you so much for coming. Big Al, Dolphin, that's interesting. Chris P, how are you? Good to see you as always. AL, hello. Is that everyone? That's everyone so far. Thank you for coming by, everyone.
Oh, Chris P says your other avatar with the intense stare gives it away because I'm a Slytherin. Yes, okay, but listen, I answer the questions honestly. And some of the questions were like, do you prefer the woods or do you prefer the stream or something? I think I prefer the stream because I have a sound machine that I have that play streaming like a running stream sound when I go to sleep. So that's why I went with the stream. So and every sudden everyone's looking at me like, You're the evil one. I can't believe it.
Oh no!
I did it at a party, and they made me do it twice, and I got the same thing twice. So I must be a Slytherin.
Oh
Okay.
man! Oh,
What is? Are you going to do your house, Daniel, before the next stream? Do it
Okay,
before the
well-
next stream. Okay.
Well, no,
we do on Harry
I
Potter.
think I did it once. I think I got Ravenclaw,
That's not bad.
and
Oh, I got into.
could someone explain what the Patronus is again? That's like your spirit animal.
Kinda, yeah. Like it's your protector.
Okay, well, that would
Yeah.
probably be a wolf. Just knowing.
You
me.
think so? You don't know that. It could be a mouse for all you know.
I only live with like 9 of them, so I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there you go.
What did I got into such trouble at work though because another coworker I had she was wearing a Gryffindor shirt and I said, wow, you're a Gryffindor, that's impressive. And he says, and she's like, she didn't want to be a Gryffindor. I guess she wanted to be a Ravenclaw. And I said, well, at least you're not a Hufflepuff. And then another coworker turns around and says, what's wrong with Hufflepuff? Because that's what she is. And this is what came out of my mouth because I'm a Slytherin. I said, well, they're not the best, are they? And I was so bad.
Oh, that is how you get a cup of coffee in the face.
I know. I'm messing. We love the Hufflepuffs here. Okay, hard work is good. That's a good trait to have, huh?
And we're just bubbly and cuddly, so
There you go.
no.
Okay.
Everyone needs that one friend where it's like, oh yeah, we have fun, and then someone scorns you, you tell them about it, and then they go and take them out.
Exactly.
We're hidden, secretly violent people.
Well, we'll see. I'm trying to think. What did the Hufflepuff fight in the last movie? I guess so.
Well, Cedric Diggory, he was in the Prime Wizard tournament.
That's
Was he a
right.
Hufflepuff?
He was Hufflepuff. I don't quite understand why.
And that's
It
Never-
would have
the
made sense for him to be a Gryffindor, actually.
Yeah.
But anyway. Oh
Yeah,
well, we'll find out.
And is he the new Batman?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
that reminds me. I saw someone like say that he's trolling people because all these like just awful people online are like, he's gonna screw it up. He's gonna make it awful. And someone reported. Well, someone reported that they said, or he said, well, maybe I might, huh? What are you gonna do about it if I do? And I thought that was the best comeback.
Oh wow, that's what he said.
Apparently.
Oh, well,
Like,
we'll
I
shame
love
on those
that.
people who don't have faith in Robert Pattinson.
Why do I get a feeling one of you might? No,
I don't know what we're talking about. Anyway, we're going to be moving. We should start the movie soon because you're not. We want to get as much Katie's views on Sorcerer Stone as possible. For she has to head to bed to go chase.
She is gainfully employed and has to get up at 1:30.
Chase the blizzard.
Yeah,
I would guess
no.
this time of year, right? Chase
Yes.
the blizzard. Okay.
Yep,
yeah,
we have a
okay.
blizzard warning, and then it's for anyone who lives in the central United States, it is going to be stupid cold. And I want to use that term on air, but I'm not allowed to. It's going to be below freezing and below zero for probably the next 20 days.
Okay. Well, that sounds.
Yeah.
That sounds a little intense.
It
I'm in
hurts.
Florida. It might go down to the 50-50 tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
We want that. We haven't had highs like that since November.
I don't know. I'll find out the weather for you before we start.
Totally.
But anyway,
I think we're gonna be 20 something tonight, and in the 50s tomorrow.
Still
All
not as bad as I think we're maxing out at like 28 or something like that.
it's
It's
49
bad.
degrees right now. Pretty cold for us, huh? Okay.
That's so nice.
Okay.
Our low Saturday night is going to be 10 below zero without
Okay.
wind chill. Wind chill's like 30 below.
Well, you better dress warm then. Okay.
Oh yes. Well, do you see those videos where people throw pots of boiling water and they turn to snow? I'm one-upping those. I went and got PVC pipe and a hose nozzle and a bunch of stuff. I'm making a boiling water squirt gun, and it's going to be a targeted weaponized snow machine.
That's like the Mr. Freeze gun.
Exactly. Yes. Oh,
Okay.
it's going to be
Okay,
fun.
cool. All right. So we all set?
Um,
Katie, so are you all
I'm all
queued up?
good.
Are you all queued up, Daniel? Are we gonna do the 3, 2, 1?
3, yeah, y'all ready?
Okay, all right. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, play. I got the Warner Brothers thing.
Yep. I love how instantly it starts out with that theme.
Yeah. So now, is this the Owls theme, or is this just the Journal Harry Potter movie theme?
I think it's like Hedwig's theme. Like it was just a little portion of it.
That's what John Williams calls it. But He's not really in much of the movies, is he?
Hedwig?
Yeah.
Not all that
But-
much.
But that is the theme most associated with Harry Potter. So
Hmm. Yeah, some people just call it like the Harry Potter theme, others Hedwig's theme. One of them is called Lumos, and it's a real diehard fan calls it the Lumos theme.
Oh, okay. So we have the late Richard Harris.
He was such a good Dumbledore.
Yes.
I liked him the best, like miles ahead. He's the kind of Dumbledore that I'd love to like go to in his office and just talk and have some lemon drops. And
That was in the book. He likes the lemon drops, yes. And I even remember the detail of them sticking together, because Rowling knows how to write food. I'll say that, yeah.
what
I
did he
remember,
die from? Does
huh?
anybody remember? I'm sure Al does because he
No, I don't
remembers
know.
everything.
I don't know. He was rather old when this came out, though. Richard Harris was in Unforgiven.
Was.
He played English Bob in that. And here we have
And
Maggie
he was
Smith.
in last week's movie, Gladiator.
He was. We got Maggie Smith.
oh,
He was the Emperor in Gladiator. That's right.
He was.
I always figured like if they were to replace him, why not go with John Hurt? Because he kind of looks like him and has the same voice, but he was already Ollivander.
Yeah. They had already cast him as Ollivander. I think the guy they got was pretty good. I forget the actor's name.
Michael Gambon.
Gambon.
Gambon? That
Yeah.
one.
Tomato,
I've seen him in a lot of things too. He's good, but all right, and we got Hagrid.
Hello, Jedi Master Utopia. Thanks for coming by.
Hagrid, almost an antagonist to Harry Potter and himself, considering the amount of danger the kids get into because
yes.
Okay.
Now, the motorbike, I remember Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, built a Harry Potter park. I went to it back in like 2011 when it first opened. Oh my gosh, you get chills. You hear that theme, you hear the motorbike, and you just get all of that. It's overwhelming. If you've never been, go.
I've been to it. It was a graduation present for my mom when I got my graduate degree, and we went and we did the both parks because part of another part of the Harry Potter part is in the other park, the Gringotts Bank.
Oh, the extension is so great.
We did everything, and that was very impressive. It's you walk in there, you're walking into the movie. Okay.
Oh yeah. It's even better than the movie. It has a ceiling. Yes.
Well, I think one of the scenes in I think in one of the later movies was actually shot at the Universal Studios park because they said we have this. I think it was one of the taverns. I think we have it built. Might as well use it for the movie. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
That's how well done it was in the park. And I did like the fact they got the actors before they got too old to actually do the Gringotts Bank ride where they did the video. Yeah, so. That was good planning on their part. Universal does great stuff in their parks.
Oh my gosh,
I'm so hyped for Nintendo Land. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
I'm desperate for that to come
Nintendo Land?
open up.
Really?
They're making a Super Nintendo Land. But enough about that, though. We got the Scar. And, of course, that comes into play all throughout the books. We learn more about that Scar. Rowling is setting up a lot of stuff in this first book, or that we don't even, that we realize has a lot more significance later on. I mean, she really planned all this out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, the bike that Hagrid rode, that was Sirius Black's bike.
Oh, okay.
So it's like there's all these little callbacks. That one's probably my favorite, though.
Yeah, but you're not even knowing that they're here yet because when you read the book, you're taking stuff at face value. You're not understanding that there's like a deeper meaning behind it,
Mm-hmm.
Like especially when he sees the snake in a little bit,
Yes. Oh, such a good scene.
And that comes into play late in the second book. They're like, I thought all wizards could hear what animals said. No,
No, Harry.
So mean to him.
Why? Because they're the Dursleys. And if I have one criticism, especially about the later movies, is they always cut out the Dursley portions.
Yes.
Which were like the part of the book in some ways. Whenever I would crack open a new book, I'd like, yes, we get to see more of the Dursleys.
Yeah.
And it's always some new horrible thing each Dursley story. Like there's the one where Dudley has gained too much weight, so they have him on a diet, and he's in a bad mood, and he threw his PlayStation out the window, and
he seems to be in a bad mood on his birthday.
Yeah, well, he's never in. And then, like in a later book, I guess he starts growing, so he becomes the town bully.
Yeah.
Because he finally grows out. Because he loses the weight but he gains muscle, then becomes the neighborhood bully. He's. I think he eventually gets better.
Yeah,
I just gotta say, if I'd acted that way on my birthday, I would have gotten spanked and all my presents would have been taken away.
But you've known kids like that growing up, haven't you? Come
gosh,
on.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, see, so know there are.
Oh man. No, and the way I always thought of it was Petunia, the mom, I guess, was always jealous of her sister, which you'll learn later on in the movies and the books as the magical connection. But I always just thought she might be jealous of that, and so she just is mad about Harry. So
yeah,
I gotta do a deep dive into Harry Potter lore to see if that's right.
I know that there were always talks for publishing an encyclopedia, which I guess became more of an online thing later on. But I know she'd always talked about making like a physical encyclopedia. Okay, here we go. Remember this part in the book? He was in a good mood because he got a lemon pie. No, because the Dursleys bought him the cheapest dessert they could, but they had to buy him a dessert or else it would look bad. So he actually got a lemon popsicle. Remember that?
That's so terrible.
Because they wouldn't get him a dessert, but they figure, oh, we can't not get him a dessert. Okay, Harry a dessert because it's going to make us look bad. Remember?
Oh my gosh, she wrote them to just be awful.
Yes. He lives under the stairs in like a hovel.
All of his clothes are Dudley's old clothes.
In college, there's this girl I had a huge crush on. Her name was Katie. I won't say her last name because I don't want to dox her.
Okay.
But
all right.
I went over to her apartment one time and she had a pet boa constrictor.
Ooh.
And that was it. I was like, I gotta go home.
Bye.
Really?
Yeah, we're done. Indiana Jones and me was just like, no, we're out. We're out like trout.
I guess for me it would be like she wanted me to go oh, he's stuck behind the glass. I'm sorry, that's funny. I'm sorry. It would be bees or wasps for me. I'll put it to you that way. That would be my big thing. That's my big fear. Snakes. I mean, as long as the snake isn't poisonous, I'm not gonna.
I love snakes. So
what?
I don't.
You what?
Snake,
oh, I love snakes.
I petted one at a habitat back in October. I think because I guess there's like they get like. I think they accept pets that people don't want, give them to us so they don't go out in the wild and they take care of them. And they had a snake there and I petted the snake. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
All right. There's Hedwig.
Does he have a bigger role in the books?
He's more of a companion with Harry, like in the later movies, or in the later books. In the movies, not as much, at least in my opinion.
Ron doesn't have an owl. He can't afford it, so he's got a rat, right?
Oh gosh, that'd be terrible. At least have something fun and wizardry, like a toad.
They got like 8 mouths to feed in that household. Okay, the Dursley house, not the Dursley. Weasley household. Sorry,
both end in E's.
At the library I work at, they of course had to do a Harry Potter day, and I was like, it was suggested we all come in costume. I'm like, well, who do I go as? And I'm like, I think I'm too old at this point for Ron Weasley, so I decided to play. Is it Walter Weasley? His dad's name? What's his dad's name? Arthur Weasley. My apologies. Yes, Arthur Weasley. So I went as Arthur Weasley, and some of the kids got who I was supposed to be, so that was neat. Okay.
Nice.
The one who likes eccentricity. This is kind of almost like a little bit of a spook show going on here, horror story. It's like they're all the owls. It's like something out of Hitchcock's The Birds, right?
Exactly. It's like I would be a lot more freaked out than they appeared to be.
Oh,
the Muggles.
I love Harry's like, more letters? Yes, more letters. So,
Well, and you notice like the scenes are so bright and there's a lot of yellow tones, and it's just you lose that completely once you get towards Goblet of Fire and Voldemort's return.
well, maybe that's on purpose. Maybe they're trying to make it like these are now the bleak times. Of course, Voldemort is still out there, though, even in these early movies.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know.
The first two is Chris Columbus. He didn't come back for the others, remember?
Yeah, see,
And
that's the unfortunate thing.
Alfonso Cord, whatever, the third movie director, he wanted different everything. That's kind of what he did.
It was a good movie simply because it's the best book, but I don't know.
See, my favorite book is still Chamber of Secrets.
Yep.
Which I know is, though it's not really that it's just a good yarn. Well, a good yarn is sometimes all I need, okay? I like Half-Blood Prince a lot, too, though. That's why I was not happy about that adaptation at all.
Yeah.
It's like if you're going to cut something, cut the love potion story, and they like made that front and center. And it's like, and it's not that they should cut anything, but... And my one issue with these movies, sometimes they cut out as they go along, they cut out more of the whimsical parts, which bothers me, because there's a lot of humor in the books that you don't get in the movies as much. I mean, you do in the first couple movies, they still have the humor. Like, this is the humor, okay, right here. I'm, watching the Dursleys. I think they totally skipped over the when they had the dog breeder over. I think in the one book, their aunt who had the dogs. I think I'm trying to remember that now.
Like briefly, I think it's the. That's Prisoner of Azkaban, isn't it?
Okay, maybe they did have that one of the movies. I don't remember. Okay.
It was like really short, though. They didn't go as much into detail.
I mean, if they didn't want to put it in the movies, they could at least made it like a extra feature on the DVD. You get to see the Dursley episode, But
yeah.
Oh well.
It always seemed like they were left on the cutting room floor when there's so much more that can be chopped off.
Well,
do you remember seeing? Go ahead.
I have a question. If they don't like him, why don't they just ship him off? If someone's willing to take him, why keep him?
I think they explain it. I can't remember exactly how.
They did in one of the books. I believe the mother made some kind of binding vow to the sister or something. Right?
The unbreakable vow.
Yes.
To protect Harry.
They can't do it. Okay, they have to keep him there. It's
Otherwise, she dies.
Yeah, or something. Yes.
And would that be a horrible thing?
Well,
oh, look at Hagrid.
He's so just.
Oh man.
I mean, he looks exactly like he was just walking out of a hurricane.
Oh man. I like he puts the door back.
It's fine. And then just the gun thing is just hold my beer. Amazing.
He's a big dude. Okay.
He's like, I love that they made him so just huge, so hulking, but he's also just the cuddliest guy. Yeah, exactly. And the confusion that Dudley's Harry.
Well, he's probably the first person Harry's met that's semi-nice to him. Okay, so he's gonna go with him. It's like, it's.
Yes, take me away from this place. Far, far away.
What's that? Is there a chocolate frog in there? A birthday cake, even better. Birthdays are nice.
And now I'm hungry.
Yeah, well, like, my favorite kind of birthday cake is the chocolate cake with the white icing.
Ooh, nice.
And nobody else likes that cake in my household. Okay, it's like, oh, that's boring. No, it's not. It's the classic birthday cake. I'm simple. Put some sprinkles on it. I'm good to go. Okay, just
easy to please.
Yeah, I mean, I've it's like, okay. So, what was your theater going experience of this like? Maybe each of us could share that. Do you remember first seeing this in the theater? I
didn't actually see him in the theater until it was the last two Deathly Hallows. I saw them on DVD.
What?
I didn't get into the books until around 7th grade, and by then the Deathly Hallows book had already been out. So I remember distinctly I was going, and then I told my friends who were in Kentucky at the time that I was going, and they said, "Oh, we're cosplaying. We're going to a midnight showing. I'm dressing up as Bellatrix," and
I did that.
I didn't realize how
back in the day.
big this was.
I saw Sorcerer Stone in the theater, and I remember being annoyed because theater was crowded, and this 4-year-old was sitting next to me,
Oh no!
and the kid would not shut up. And I can't yell at a kid. That's the
Oh
parents'
yes,
job.
you can.
I'm
Put them in
tempted.
their
Like
place.
he kept saying stuff like, "Mommy, get me more tacos," because I guess he was eating nachos. Because of course they have to serve nachos in movie theaters now. Okay, and it's like, and he kept yelling out whenever somebody would say Nicholas Flamel. He'd go, Nicholas. He would keep yelling at Nicholas. I'm like, oh my god, stop talking. I think half my Harry Potter experiences were bad theater experiences. Like something went wrong in them. And just, those are cool glasses he's got, though, huh? And I think Hagrid fixed them, right? Did I miss that scene?
Hermione does.
Oh, Hermione does. Okay, yes.
Oculus Reparo.
Yes.
I know all the spells.
Oh, good.
I have the dueling phone app. I have all the Harry Potter apps from like 2008 onward. It's not an obsession at all. I actually, okay, so here's a great thing. If any of you guys watching have the Harry Potter wand replicas, you can get them cheap now, like $10. My brother and I found out that the tips are the exact same size as the opening on a Nerf dart. And so we would put Nerf darts on them and fling them, and it would actually, like you were casting a spell. We had some amazing Nerf battles with that.
What?
Yeah. It's life-changing. I don't know who it was to shove a Nerf dart on the wand first, but once we did.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that could work. You think Nerf would get the hint, right?
Exactly. I should call them up and just be like, okay, give me some royalties here, and I'll give you the best.
Even if it's not Harry
have.
Potter, they could do some other they could just, I don't know, do some generic fantasy wands or something. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Exactly.
I didn't think about that.
And it's low velocity enough that you can do it without eye protection. I should know because I was shot in the eye with a Nerf dart in the corner, and it dislodged my retina. So now I have, quote, a manhole seal of a retina in my right eye.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you told us about that.
It's so bad.
Oh, no.
But see, with wands, it can't hurt you. I mean, you could fall on the wand and have a whole new world of problems, but...
Cool. That's true. I didn't think about that. But we like Hagrid.
Love
and
Hagrid.
we like Dudley with the pig's tail.
Yeah.
Okay. Which will wear off apparently.
But like, would it just shrivel up and fall off eventually?
I don't know. I mean, it's Hagrid, but I guess it will fall off. But I can imagine like what's his name? Gilderoy Lockhart in the second one. He would do that and it would stay on permanently, probably.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
So here we are, 9 3/4, right? No.
No, Diagon Alley.
Diagon Alley. No, I know, but what's this area called to get in the Diagon Alley?
The Three Broomsticks.
Okay, I don't. Yeah.
It's
been a while since I've read them. Been a while since I've read the books. I did read them though. Unlike some people who don't like to read fiction.
Mm-hmm.
What were you forced to read in school that made you hate fiction so much, Dan?
I don't hate fiction. I have so much to read that's
you're reading
history,
nonfiction.
our theology. It's,
gotcha.
I mean, I watch fiction on TV. I mean,
yes.
Current book on my table is the Bible and archaeology.
That sounds interesting.
Ooh.
All right, so they're all looking at Harry now, right?
Yeah. Excuse me. Are you the one who saved us all?
Oh no. What was his name again? That's the dark arts professor.
Right there.
Yeah. Quirrell.
Yeah, Professor Quirrell. Okay, yes. He was the first dark arts teacher.
Just apparently the dude, like, if you come back from a vacation and all of a sudden you have a stutter like that and you're wearing a head wrap, the first question is, do you have head trauma? Someone check that out.
Melissa Harris says magic is not genetic. Anybody can do magic. It's a skill or strength. Strange was born a normal human, and Doctor Strange was born a human could learn
Yeah.
magic. Listen, there are
Yeah.
different theories on magic. This is going with the theory of, I think, natural magic, where it's something that someone is born with the ability to do. I've heard that discussed before. Okay,
I would
think
love
of
it.
it. It's like the mutants and X-Men. Okay, it's
Yeah, exactly. No, I would really love it if they made a series or a movie about a Muggle who wants to be magic and somehow find a way to give them magic.
I always thought that would have been an interesting. Well, not that I'm going to give J.K. Rowling ideas because that would be ridiculous. But if somehow the
I don't
Muggles
think she
started
watches
figuring
our
out
show.
magic, I know. Well, I'm not even going to try and pretend I'm on the same. That's an arrogant thing to say. But I always thought if this was to be taken anywhere in the future, it would be interesting if it involved the Muggle world more, and maybe them getting involved in the Wizarding world more, and maybe that could be something like you said, if a Muggle learns how to do magic. Wasn't Filch trying to learn how to do magic? Like
Yes, he's a squib.
yeah, so he was trying to, like, he had wizarding parents, but he's not a wizard himself, right? So
That would be the suckiest thing.
yes, so he had a book on how to learn magic. That I guess I don't.
Walking down Diagon Alley, they played this exact music at the theme park in Orlando.
Oh yeah,
Like, I lived this scene in my head. It was just as crowded too.
did you get a cauldron cake while you were there?
I got butterbeer
I got
and
the
pumpkin
butterbeer
juice, but didn't get the cauldron cake.
Cauldron cake, not bad. I didn't get a chocolate frog though. I should have done that.
I got 6 of them.
You did? Were they good?
They were terrible.
They were.
It was very waxy. It was like Hershey's on steroids, but
Interesting.
Is it a real frog?
no, although they probably could. A lot of people would be mad about it, but it was this chunky chocolate frog that underneath they actually had wizard cards, which were pretty cool. I still have them.
Oh, okay, cool.
You got chocolate wands, Birdie Bots every flavor beans.
Here we go, the goblins. One
You know,
thing I.
They bought the film rights for this for $1 million.
Wow.
That sounds like a steal to me.
Yeah. How much did this film gross?
$1.002 billion.
There
Now,
you go.
don't
Last
get me wrong.
count.
J.K. Rowling still made a lot off these movies, but yeah, that's still
Budget was
that's a steal.
125. It
One
was the
thing
highest grossing film of the year.
Wow.
I like the Gringotts ride at Universal. Have you been on that one yet, Katie?
That one scared me a little bit. I think I was just a little too tired, and
Yeah.
the animatronics looked a little too real.
They look just like the goblins in this scene. That's the thing. When you're waiting in line to get on the ride, you're in the bank. Do you understand?
Oh,
It's like you're waiting in line for the bank, which is actually very clever. Like if you've ever been in a bank, you have to wait in line, and it's
That's where the best theme parks come in. Is they entertain you while you're forced to wait.
yeah, like the ET ride.
Oh my
you get to
gosh.
wait in the forest and stuff, and
Yes.
and I think one of the latest Snow White rides in the Magic Kingdom, you actually got to it's the mine ride, and you actually get to do games while you're waiting. Like they have little games and fountains you can mess
cool.
around with. It's neat.
Now, does anyone notice this is Voldemort's theme here?
Oh,
Really?
well, is this?
Ooh.
Well, this is where.
I love
Seeing
the
it
eerie
was
vibe.
intentional to use his theme for the money,
I don't know.
like foreshadowing the dangers of the wizarding world.
I'm wondering if they did it simply as, okay, Harry, here's the first real connection you have to your parents, and here's the reason why. Like, you get this is going to cause all these troubles for you simply because it's connected to Voldemort, and he killed your parents, sort of all ties together.
Well, his parents died at his hand, right? So, yeah.
It's like the first tie-in to his story.
Mm-hmm. Ollivanders. I like how everything looks lived into. Yeah.
Mhm.
Great set design in this movie.
Now, his wand is the same wood as Voldemort's, or what was the deal with that?
Same phoenix hair, or phoenix feather. think. They're like paired wands.
There we go. John Hurt, right?
I can't believe that. Like, I know him as the War Doctor from Doctor Who. It's so weird to see him like Ollivander.
I know him as Caligula from the miniseries I, Claudius. He'll terrify you if you ever watch I, Claudius. He's the mad Roman Emperor Caligula on that. And
Who
he was
not a nice guy at all.
No, he was not. He was a very bad man. Anyway. And who did he play in Alien?
Um,
I know who the characters.
He
I guess
Kane?
Kane. He played Kane in Alien, the movie Alien. Have you seen Alien, Katie?
No.
Okay.
I've heard of it.
It's science fiction. You'll love it. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not into the horror movies. I don't know.
Definitely, yeah. The scarier portions.
It's a creepy one. Yeah. Okay. All right. So he did terrible things. Great things, terrible things, but great.
We talking about Caligula still, or
Yeah?
No, well, I don't know what great things. No, I'm talking about he who should not be named. Who should no.
See, I would totally be the wizard that just goes around calling him Voldemort.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I think that was one of my problems with this because I would read the back of the books and it always said, "You know who," and I'm like, "Who the hell are you talking about? I don't know who. Why can't you say his name?"
Because he's that evil, and it's like a it's like a bad slur. That's how bad he is.
Then
Okay.
Can you like show me someone saying his name and their tongue falls out or something?
No,
Yeah,
Harry
it was
says it. Harry
originally
says it.
When
Harry will
Voldemort, I think it was when Voldemort was around. If you said his name, Death Eaters would appear.
Oh,
Like they put a trace on that phrase.
interesting. Because Harry says it, not caring. Remember, it was just
Yeah. Also, the wand that they give Harry right here is just a plain black wand with a handle. In Prisoner of Azkaban, you see he has a tree bark handle. And so they changed up the wand in Prisoner of Azkaban.
interesting.
And it bothered the heck out of me as a kid.
It's like if they changed the sonic screwdriver on Doctor Who, right?
Yes,
they
exactly.
changed the signs. Yes.
That was silver the other day.
Or they changed Luke's lightsaber. I think maybe hasn't his lightsaber changed slightly?
Oh,
You have to be
probably.
looking to see it though. But
It's enough that the diehard fans will panic.
yes, yeah. Here's the line: terrible things, but great. He knows nothing of any of this. He's just getting introduced to it all, right? He's like,
Yeah.
I've been living under
about?
staircase for like, what is it, 7 years? How old is he at this point?
9,
Okay, 9. Yeah.
I think. Or is he 11? He's 11.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that poor kid.
So this is what their middle. It's like their middle school and high school, basically, right? That's sort of what this.
11 is what? 5th grade, 6th grade?
6th grade. I think he must be 6th grade because it's a 7-year school. Okay, that he's going to.
Yeah.
So I would imagine 6th grade, 7th, 8th. Some middle schools are like that in our country, and then you have 4 more years in high school. Some middle schools are just 7th and 8th. It depends.
Middle school is the worst time in anyone's existence.
Everybody hates middle school. It's like we all know it's a problem. High school was still better than middle school. Actually, my middle school wasn't terrible because my parents sent me to a Catholic school because my brother and sister had such a bad time in the public middle school. So, of course,
Good
even that was. But then high school, oh man, high school I didn't care for because it was private Catholic school, first years of high school. Got some mean kids in those schools sometimes. Yeah. Okay.
I actually can't remember 2 years of my middle school, 5th and 6th grade. Like the entire year of my memory has been blocked by my subconscious.
Really?
So, I had awful bullies. But now she works at McDonald's, and the old saying is true that she will take your order one day.
Oh wow! Okay.
Revenge is so sweet.
There you go. And you're chasing tornadoes. You're like
exactly.
So that's cool.
It's so great.
All right, there's baby Harry.
So cute.
So he's supposed to have green eyes, I read, but the contacts, he had an allergic reaction to them. So J.K. Rowling had to approve him to not wear them.
And so, are we going to make a child suffer for the sake of canon, or
yes, we are.
Nowadays, they could probably just use After Effects to change his eye color, right?
Oh, it's easy enough. Yeah.
Now they could do it, but probably back then they didn't have the thing yet because they could just. I mean, if they can change a part of Olivia Wilde's anatomy in a movie, they could.
Yeah.
What movie was this?
Apparently, there's a scene where she gets out of bed. Topless, but it got caught on camera and it's used in the movie. But apparently, she was wearing the tape over her nipples, right? So they had to. Okay. She got to choose her nipple to put over her thing. She mentioned that in an interview. Okay.
Pick your nipple.
Wait, those weren't real? My life is. Oh,
I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I don't remember what movie it was from, but yeah, it was because she mentioned that on one of those late shows. But yeah, okay. So get on the train.
Now I went over to London back in summer of 2019, I think it was, and we actually went to King's Cross Station to go up to Scotland. And the line to even get close to the platform where you could pretend to be Harry Potter was longer than the queue to get tickets for any train out of the station.
Wow.
It was insane.
Okay.
They had security guards.
I can imagine. Wow.
That platform was safer than the U.S. Capitol.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, hey. Interesting. What's going on here?
I think travel by train is easily the best way to get around.
I've been on a train once. A few times just to go in the cities.
UK. It's pretty good.
Yeah, the U.S. is just garbage when it comes to trains.
Yeah, I'd like to go to one of those trains in Japan. They got those bullet trains, which why we've never gotten those over here. But
there's the people are planning on making a high-speed rail to connect. I think it was Seattle and Washington D.C., which I would love because it would run through Omaha, and like Chicago and everything. But I think they said it would take 20 years to make.
So start now.
Hey, it shouldn't take 20 years.
I
don't think it should take 20.
What was it? They were supposed to build a monorail in Florida, but then it got taken off the thing last minute. They were going to it was going to be between Tampa and Orlando. They were going to try and do a
funny thing, trains don't float. So with the hurricanes, I imagine
they must have had a plan.
Here we go. We'll just have a life vest that pops up around the train.
Oh, look at this. It's interesting, that scene earlier where the wall comes apart and back together again. J.K. Rowling said it was interesting because she had actually drawn a description, like she actually drew how that would work in her notes for the book because she needed a visual. And they said they did it differently in the movie. It was still good what they did, but it wasn't how she had quite envisioned it. You know, 9 3/4. That's where I was getting 9 3/4 from. Okay, platform 9 3/4. Now they're on the train, and he's gonna meet Ron. Imagine if he had met Malfoy first, huh? Draco Malfoy, huh?
That would have been awful.
Well, I better hang out with these guys.
I don't think he would have stuck with them.
Probably not. No.
I'm gonna go to the next car. Have a nice life.
Redheads are always the sidekick. Never the hero.
So sad.
Are you watching WandaVision?
I'm not.
Okay.
Aged Boomer?
Does she have red hair? Is that what you're saying?
Well, Scarlet Witch does, yeah.
Okay, look, I've not watched it yet. That is a sad sandwich if I've ever seen one in my life, okay?
Yeah.
It looks like he sat on it, okay?
Oh, he totally did.
Probably
fell on the ground, stepped on it, and picked it back up.
I'll take the card. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
I miss
Spread
the
that
old
gold around.
I miss the old days when I would go on a plane and they would give you a snack and a drink, complimentary.
Remember they would give you a meal, like an actual meal.
Sometimes they would do that too, but I remember I would always get peanuts and ginger ale. That was my go-to plane food.
Pretzels and Sprite, and then I realized how germy it is on planes, and I never took my mask off after that. I was wearing a mask even before the pandemic.
I see. I think I did get sick from being on a plane once, actually. Yeah. Oh, look, there's the chocolate frog, and then
Just, whoop. That thing yeets itself out the window.
they always got one good jump in them. It's like, it's like, what are people thinking in the wizarding world? I don't understand it. Like, yeah, I'm buying this piece of chocolate that's gonna run away from me, and they think it's funny. Okay, it's like, oh,
You got to burn the calories to catch it.
Is that what's his name? Scabbers?
Scabbers.
Yeah, Scabbers.
So
okay, yes.
That's the guy from the third movie?
Don't spoil the movie for people who have never seen it before. And
Spoiler warnings if you haven't seen any of these films.
Yeah.
There's Hermione, and for years before I'd seen the movies, I called her Hermione.
Oh no!
I used to. That's how I pronounced her name. I didn't realize. Oh, and then I watched the movie. Oh, it's Hermione. Sorry.
I cosplayed Hermione for years because that's my natural hair, is literally that shade, that curl, that frizz. If I didn't have to straighten it for work, it would look like that.
Oh,
so okay. It was completely, yeah. I could still cosplay Hermione easily.
Cool. Well, that's cool. Is that for like when you're on the air and stuff?
Yeah, you have to have straight hair in order to be a professional looking person. And I'm like,
oh my goodness. Okay.
I can't wear it in ponytails. It has to be down, parted on the side. It's total baloney. Like, if there's a tornado, I'm putting it up in a ponytail and I'm running.
Well, the camera, at least the camera likes you though, so that's good. Okay.
We can hope.
Yes. You're getting marriage proposals, right?
I am. I can't wait till Valentine's Day.
Do you do like a Valentine's Day weather report? Is there like a...
I've never done like a specific Valentine's Day one, simply because last year was my first Valentine's Day and I was completely caught off guard because a viewer sent in $105 worth of roses to me and with a letter that simply said, "Marry me," that was anonymous. And to this day, I don't know who the heck it was.
Oh my goodness.
And the roses died like in 2 days.
Oh.
How are you supposed to accept the proposal if you don't know who to accept it from?
That's what I'm asking.
He or I guess she for that matter could be shy, right?
True. Yeah. I was like, okay, but shy. They're shy, and then there's not coming out for a year saying this was me. There'd be a higher chance of me saying yes if you just gave me the $105, to be honest.
Oh my goodness.
Flowers are nice. Money is better.
Oh man, here we go. Oh, this is always neat. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that they have not done a ride based on the going to Hogwarts in the boat.
It'd be such an easy ride that'd be good for all.
And you could see things as you're going along, things coming out of the water or whatnot, or just I don't know. It might be interesting, like seeing it from the from like the outside. That would be neat. Okay, I don't know. That'd be a neat ride.
Oh, and you get chills when you see Hogwarts. Like even when to go back to the theme park again, but when you're on the ride, you fly over a portion of Hogwarts, and I get like full body chills when that happens. I'm like, this is real. It's not, but it's real.
It's real enough.
You get a tear in your eye.
When the books are as detailed as how Rowling writes them, it's real enough. Okay, it's real to her. Okay, it's real to the fans. All right.
Now, does she ever do anything profound in the books?
Who?
This teacher lady.
McGonagall, yes.
Heck yes.
Okay.
She's a badass.
I feel like she doesn't do much in the movies except just kind of like spread about.
They have to cut stuff out. They've cut out They've cut out characters. Where's Peeves? Where is Peeves?
He was a large part in the books.
Peeves is the poltergeist, not in the movies.
Nope.
That's what I find funny because he's a ghost. No, he's not a ghost. He's a poltergeist. I think the difference is he wasn't a live person. Okay, right? Isn't that what it is? And he always goes after her like Harry Potter's such a rotter. Like he always, needles him. It's
brutal.
Like, he's awful. And I think in one way he was like, "Shut up, Peeves." He walked by him. It's like his.
I think one of the I can't remember if it was Krabs or it was a Goyle. One of the actors broke the law somehow, and that's why in I believe the Deathly Hallows, it's a completely different person.
Oh, really? So, I didn't even notice, but yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, like he changes ethnicity too. It's very strange.
Oh man. What I like about I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Young Sherlock Holmes or not.
Haven't seen it.
Okay, we were watching it around Christmas time, Daniel and I, and we made a point that there's a guy in that because this is a movie about Sherlock Holmes as a teenager, right? Okay. And there's basically a Dudley type in this movie. Okay, he's got the blonde hair. He's a kind of a snob. He's like Holmes's rival, like as far as peers go, and he's kind of a bully. And Daniel made a point that he's just like he reminds me a lot of Dudley, and I'm thinking, well, that's odd because movie was made years before the first book was written.
Yeah.
And I think we came to the conclusion, though, or at least I did, that Dudley. Excuse me.
Draco.
I think Draco. I think the guy. Actually, no. The guy in the Holmes one wasn't. I think his name was Dudley. Dudley and Draco. I think they are based on probably a type of school bully in England. Okay.
Just like, the pompous rich kid.
I think so. People must have run into this type of guy in several schools, so it must become like a caricature in British culture now. Because that's what I'm thinking. That's why you have one in this movie. You have one in two unrelated movies. Because I don't even know if J.K. Rowling even ever saw Young Sherlock Holmes. So,
and Tom Felton just plays the part so well.
Oh yeah. He ends up playing bad guys. Like I'm watching the one Planet of the Apes. I think was it Rise of the Planet of the Apes, where Caesar gets stuck in the animal shelter, right? And of course he's like this redneck guy, and he's torturing the apes, And it's like I know he's going to be bad because it's Draco. Okay.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, these kids are going to be typecast for the rest of their lives.
Chris P brings up a good question. He feels like the layout changes over the films, and I guess it does. That's what I heard. They kept changing the layout.
There's some of the main corridors and stuff that you see in the beginning movies, and you never see them again.
I'm a Slytherin. Merlin the Wizard was a Slytherin too,
Really?
Was it?
Yes. They make a point, Slytherins are bad. No, Merlin, the one from the King Arthur tales, was a Slytherin. Okay, in fact, I think he's the founder of the house, right? I think he's founder of House Slytherin was Merlin.
No, Salazar Slytherin.
Not Salazar Slytherin. Well, I don't know where Merlin was part, or maybe
he was a student.
He was a student. Okay, all right, okay.
Hans Gruber's in this movie too.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I love Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman. I was watching this old BBC series, and he plays like a corrupt minister. It's really good. He's like
gone too soon.
Yes.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, getting that on top of my head and it's talking. I don't think so.
Yeah. Like, does it have a gnat? Like, is it alive?
I don't want to know, okay, to be honest.
Can it sprout little legs? Like, that's horrifying.
Here comes Harry. Harry wants to be in Gryffindor because that's where the first friends he's made are in Gryffindor. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to go to Slytherin to be around people I don't like.
Draco Malfoy.
I think it's even saying, you could go far in Slytherin. Remember, isn't he just saying that? Yep.
Yep. And the CGI isn't too bad.
Yeah, this is fine. I'm not sure about Dobby, but we'll get to him later.
Dobby, oh my gosh. Just awful.
If you want to see something funny, watch the MTV Movie Awards one year. They had Gollum was receiving an award, or Smeagol was receiving an award from Lord of the Rings, and like he gets up there and he's saying, well, we have lots of friends. Dobby's my friend, and then Gollum takes over. Dobby's an effing F, and like,
oh my god,
and like they bleep it out, and it's like, and they bleep it out, and Elijah Wood's like, oh, get him off the stage. He has a mouth on him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, because I guess they're talking about other CG characters movies, and like, Dobby's my friend. It's like,
no, he's not.
Oh man.
Also, isn't this like the only time you see the pointy hats? Like those little pointy knitted hats, it almost looks like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen them wearing them again.
Yeah.
They get the feast. Those chicken wings.
So good.
Everyone's happy.
Those are chicken wings. Corn on the cob, yeah.
And they said it was actual food that they gave them.
Oh man. Dude, are those sausages, man? It's a rack of lamb. See, look, all the good stuff.
Oh, God,
Ron just double fisting the chicken legs.
God, I'm terrified Hermione will be like, I'll just have a salad.
Yeah, oh gosh.
Oh, later on with the elves too. They even cover that in the movies about her.
No, they didn't even touch it.
Oh man, she's all about the elves are indentured servants. No, we have to free the elves. This is wrong. Is that nearly headless Nick? Is that John Cleese? We'll talk about this more in the sequel. There's a lot of stuff with Nick that they see. I don't need the ghosts, okay?
Yeah.
Especially Moaning Myrtle.
Oh, she's the worst. The worst.
She lives in a toilet.
Oh boy. It freaked me out that she could be a female Harry.
Yeah, well. I want some of that food. This is driving me nuts now. J.K. Rowling's very bad with the food descriptions because you want to eat everything that she writes on the page. And oh, no, I didn't even see that. Okay.
There goes your appetite.
Tell me, I'm trying to eat here. Come on.
I remember when this movie came out, I was taking dance classes in Nashville at the time. And everybody loved Harry Potter.
You know how to dance?
And it's been a couple of years, but yeah.
Cool.
And
it's a good skill to have, actually.
And well, I did Irish step dancing. So.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Oh, that's neat.
So and they asked me, like, these people asked me, like, the teacher asked me, like, oh, you saw Harry Potter, what did you think about it? And I was like, I thought it was kind of boring, and that's all I got out of my mouth. I was just like completely destroyed, and I'm like, I was like, okay, I see where it has potential to be better as it goes on, but I thought it was kind of showy, and they have a lot of exposition in this film. Like the first half of the film is exposition.
It's fun because you get to learn about the world as Harry learns.
I am wondering if if these movies are better if you read the books as opposed to seeing them on their own. Okay,
I really think they are,
because I had read all the books before I saw the movies, and which is rare for me. It's usually the other way around. Okay, but I had read the books, and I kept saying, oh, they cut this out, they cut that out.
Because I feel like a lot of characters are they're set up and nothing's ever done with them. Like Maggie Smith's character. Set up, nothing's done with her.
They have more with her. She's instrumental in the final battle, actually, with
I've always wanted to use that spell.
Exactly. Plus, you get to see the classes they go to in the books more. Like you're actually like sitting in on them, what they're learning.
This is the family theme right here. Of course, John Williams wrote how many themes? Like 8, 9 themes for this? 1, 2, 3.
I believe it.
6, 7, 8. 8 separate themes. Primary themes.
I have a question. The food they get, do they get to ask for whatever they want, or is it just to eat, or is it like a set menu they get? I'm trying to remember now.
Oh, I'm not even sure. I'll have to do some research.
Yes.
I'm not a big cat person, but that's a pretty cat.
Mm. Like, I wouldn't even mind taking a class if it was a wizard class.
I just realized I'm watching this without the subtitles this whole time. I just remembered what the dialogue was. And I'm like, well, what's she saying? Oh, you don't have the sound turned on. Oh, I don't have my subtitles on. I guess I remember this movie better than I thought.
What do you call a person who can change form like that?
Animagus, I believe.
But Sirius Black... No, not
He's
Sirius.
an animagus.
He's okay. What about the other professor guy from that movie? But he was a werewolf, though, right?
Yes.
Lupin.
Poor Lupin. He's one of my favorite characters.
Yep.
And why is it that a school that teaches witchcraft and wizardry, why would they have a problem with a werewolf teacher?
Speciesism.
Okay. Yes, I mean, don't think that stuff doesn't exist in the wizarding world. Okay, I mean, they have their own prejudices too. They make a point that there's a very nasty term for someone who is born a wizard, but they had normal human parents. I mean, normal regular parents. Muggle parents. There's like a nasty word they use for that to describe that. It's a.
You aren't even going to say it, are you?
Well, it's not. Even though I know it's just a fictional thing. Was it mentioned in the movie so far today? Did Draco call Hermione a mudblood? Which is, of course, for us it's like ridiculous. But this world,
That's
it's
when you're half and half. Is that right?
That's when your parents are human, like regular, and then you're a wizard or witch.
Yeah,
you have dirty blood.
You're considered not pure. Okay. Of course, then we learn a certain villain is the same way, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's.
I love you, Chris P. I love you so much for that comment.
There will not be a. Oh, Hermione, here we go. Asking all the. I don't know, sir. Pity.
He is just oozing venom. I can't imagine any other actor playing Snape.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling said that her thing on Snape was that she would have teachers that were bullies as well, and that was sort of what he was inspired by.
Oh, I hate to say it, but it's 8:30. I don't want to go.
No, it's okay. You have important work to do. You're informing the public of potential dangers and potential snow days for school, right? So
yeah, true. Although, will we ever have a true snow day anymore?
I don't know. We have we have pandemic days now.
Yeah, but thank you guys for having me on. We'll definitely be doing this again.
Sure thing.
Yes. Let me know about next week.
Can do. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
If you're game to go through all of them, not back to back. Yeah. That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Sounds great. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of the movie.
Take care. Have a good night, Katie. Thank you for stopping by. What we can always do? We can always stop this here and then watch the first half of Fistful of Dollars. I'm kidding. And then do like the second half of this. I'm kidding. No, we're not doing that. I'm messing with
my brain tonight.
All right. So you weren't understanding the big deal. I have to be. I like Harry Potter enough that they're good books, so I don't mind if people are fans of them. But I'm just going to say a certain portion, a significant portion of the opposite sex, or at least is obsessed with these movies, obsessed with these books and movies.
I always go to opening night and I dress up, and the girl to guy ratio is like through the roof.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I should have thought of that when I was younger. Okay.
Lots of girls. And a lot of them would dress up as like some skanky looking witch.
Oh no.
Trixie, not Trixie.
I don't remember.
Bellatrix
Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yeah.
She's the
Yeah,
villain.
yeah. A lot of people would dress up like that, and I'll be like, so who are you dressed up as? Because I don't know anything.
Oh my goodness.
And they would tell me, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
I would wonder, would you lose points for not knowing the stuff? They'd be like, well, I'm not even going to talk to you. It's like
probably so, because that was about the extent of the conversation.
Come on, Hermione. Oh, I guess you're not perfect. Oh, look at right. Apparently, she wanted a pay increase to be in the sequel, and then they never cast her again. And the character doesn't show up in any future movies. Okay,
who is this character?
She is the coach. I don't remember what her name is though, but she's the coach, the Quidditch coach, and she's also like the one who teaches how to use a broomstick. Okay. She's the PE teacher, basically. Okay,
Okay.
Neville.
John Williams did this film basically for his grandchildren.
Yeah, well, to make him real popular. I'm sure the paycheck had nothing to do with it. You do it for your grandchildren, you do it for the paycheck.
I think at
They'll
this
be
point
set
in his
for
life,
life.
He didn't care about paycheck anymore.
Jeez, I don't even want to know how much money that guy has. I don't even know.
His net worth is like $100 million, roughly.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
There's more chicks in the Doctor Who? Really? I might. Thank you for that information.
Well, yeah. Well, let me tell you something. Yes, something I don't usually say on Study Hall was that it's become apparent to me that when I was growing up, Doctor Who was a show that was made for boys. When it gets brought back, I think it is targeting more of the female in the audience. And now I don't know who it's targeting at this point, because it's not targeting anybody. It was still good. What?
People who don't watch it.
Probably, yes. All right, what's Melissa saying? Oh, please. It's Melissa.
Yeah, I want to say something here about J.K. Rowling. She was very adamant that everyone in this film had to be British. I'm just saying. I'm just going to say that comment, leave it there on the table.
I have a big problem with that, and I'm going to explain why. This always happens, and I have a I got a real problem with that. And I'm going to explain to you why. Okay. We can have British actors play all of our superheroes, American superheroes, but we can't have an American play one of these British characters. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started.
And I don't understand how British people can sound more American than American. I don't understand that.
Stephen King's son, Owen King, or whatever, how dare you even think about writing an episode of Doctor Who, you American, and we certainly wouldn't hire you. Yeah, well, it was an American producer that originally made Doctor Who back in the old days, okay? I'm telling you, this bothers me. Some people are still bitter about a certain war that happened a few centuries ago. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm sorry.
One thing I love about the score is the string work on the score. I think it's some of the best string work in any Williams score for several years at this time.
Curious, do we have any Brits in the chat tonight? I have British friends. It's
not that I'm aware of. I think everyone here is an American.
I've known British people. We used to have a woman that came in the library. She was a volunteer. She was British. I used to talk to her about all the PBS shows. I watch the BBC shows. I'm watching All Creatures Great and Small. You might like that show. I don't know. It's about animals.
Doctor Who or
All Creatures Great and Small, and it's based on nonfiction. Okay, there you go. Okay, it's actually based on a memoir, All Creatures Great and Small. James Herriot. It's about a veterinarian.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Probably heard it. Yeah. It's an interesting show. All right, here are the twins.
Oh, you did a really good job last night on Professor Geek
Oh,
show.
thank you. Geez,
Yeah.
I worried I was He'd ask me a question, I'd be like, he's a gentleman thief, and I'm like, I think I stumbled a bit with Lupin, but I had the most notes written for him too. But Professor wasn't as familiar with him. But yeah, those are my 5 main heroes. There are other heroes I would have picked too, but I kept the list down because I could have kept going. Fox Mulder might have ended up on there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Kim Kinison, the Lensman. If you
Okay.
don't know what the Lensman books are, they were early space opera, very influential on many things like Star Wars. Not that I'm trying to say that Lucas took from anybody. It was all original. I'm sorry. I'm being He says an order of intergalactic knights instead of intergalactic policemen. Totally different. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
I had no idea I was next on the list to be on the show. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
Leia Plus Size was asked to come on too. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to the professor. Actually, we should maybe. I don't know if Leia Plus Size ever wants to come on this stream sometime. We should give her an
I
invite.
did a trial run stream with her the other day. She was trying to figure out how to work the StreamYard.
Oh, okay.
She's
Cool. Is she going to start doing a stream herself, or she wanting to come on, or
she's
something?
going to be on with Wolfie. Was
Oh,
my
cool.
understanding.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, I'd be open to having her on.
Filch's cat. Yeah, next time Katie's on, we'll do Chamber of Secrets. I'll talk about the Harry Potter video game that I got based on Chamber of Secrets. That was interesting.
Katie does play video games.
Yeah, she just has the Wii. I got a Switch. I'm very happy. I'm very happy because like Nintendo is like one of the few entertainment companies out there that just doesn't want to get political. Imagine that, okay? They just want to make the money. In fact, Mr. Matchstick, Troy Wolfton, and I will be doing a stream this Friday where we're trying to talk about things in popular culture that haven't been infected by.
You're just all over the place
stuff.
this week.
I booked too much this week. That's the problem. I'm going to go nuts. I still have to do clips. That's terrifying.
A 3-headed dog.
But again, that's kind of bad CG. Actually, that's not holding up that well. Actually,
I mean, it's not as terrifying as a 4-ass monkey.
You know what it is? This came out the same fall, and like a month later, Fellowship of the Ring comes out.
That's
okay?
right.
I remember that. That was a good year because like that was 2000.
2001.
That was 2001. 2001, I quoted myself back in the day as saying is the worst year for movies. Though it ended on a high note, at least, because you got the first Harry Potter, you get the first Fellowship of the Ring. But like, what had happened is that the studios were terrified of a writer's strike. Okay, and the writer's strike could have gone on for months, and that means no production's happening. So they ended up.
I wonder what that's like. I wonder.
Yeah, well, now we know what it's like, but back then they thought that was going to be happening because of a strike, and they greenlit so many bad movies. They greenlit so many bad comedies. Remember the one Tom Green movie whose title I won't mention on this stream unless you want to mention it yourself. You know, the Freddy got you know what. And,
yeah.
That was that year.
High
Tomcats came out that year. Yeah, Freddy got high five. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Okay, and it's just so dumb.
Well, you know, the best original score nominations that year was Harry Potter and AI, both by John Williams. Lord of the Rings, which won.
You know what happened? Like John Williams canceled himself out. That's what happens.
Yeah, this was.
If you get 2 nominations, same composer, people are going to be split.
It was the 6th time he'd been nominated twice in the same year.
Wow.
And the only time he won was Star Wars. He was up against himself for Close Encounters. But Lord of the Rings won, and then Beautiful Mind by James Horner and Monsters Incorporated by Randy Newman. I have all those scores for that year except for Monsters Incorporated, which is odd. Because usually when I look at the list, I'm like, what? Really? No, come on. Really? No, I ain't buying that. But I've got all those. So, I mean, 2002 is pretty strong, in my humble opinion.
So you don't own the score to Monsters Inc., huh?
I do not. I'm not a big
Wait.
Randy Newman fan.
Oh, is that a Randy Newman? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was thinking
Chris P has a question for you about Harry Potter games.
What's this question?
Oh, I put it up on the screen.
What Harry Potter game? I got the Lego Harry Potter game for DS the other day. Oh, how old is Chris P? Okay. This is the Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets game for the Nintendo GameCube, okay? It is not actually based on the movie. This was before they started just using the actors from the movie in the game. It's its own thing. EA made it. It was, I guess I would argue it's based on the book, okay? And it came out for the GameCube. It was really neat. They did a Sorcerer's Stone, but that one did not come out on the GameCube. But the Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets game was kind of neat. I never ended up beating it though, but I did play around with it. You get to run around Hogwarts, but I'll mention it more next time when we do the Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, I was going to say about the Academy Awards that year. John Williams did get the AI. He won the Saturn Award for best score for AI, but not.
Oh,
Harry
there
Potter.
you go.
Harry Potter didn't really win anything.
Interesting.
It was up for a Grammy. It lost to Thomas Newman for 6 Feet Under.
Oh, interesting.
But it got nothing, and it's like the most Williams has been since Hook, in my opinion.
Well, maybe they figured they have like 6 more movies that they can nominate it again, you know, because it's
but on the second one he really just supplied notes, and then he did the third one, and then he was out after that.
Yeah,
which I think was a lost opportunity. I think they should have been like, whatever you need, whatever you want, just because. Can you imagine if he had done all Harry Potter films?
he should have.
He should have.
Oh, well.
I know.
Look at that. So I'm trying to think. Lavosa, not Lavosar.
Chris P's got another question for you.
What's the question? Didn't know about that particular game for the GameCube. Wasn't there some Harry Potter game for the PlayStation? Yeah, I think they might have even made a version of Chamber of Secrets for the PlayStation, but I know they did Sorcerer's Stone on the PlayStation. I think later on they did actually bring out Sorcerer's Stone in the GameCube, but I didn't care at that point because it was not as good. But yeah, they did make Sorcerer's Stone on PlayStation, and then later on they were basing them off the movies. Okay, and I didn't bother after that either because sometimes movie release based properties are not that good. But the Chamber of Secrets game actually got pretty good write ups, so that's why I picked it up. I miss my GameCube. I got that 1 year for Christmas, and I got the Godzilla game, the GameCube, and the Godzilla game starts out. And, you hear this thumping, and everybody looks up. And then this Japanese guy looks up and he goes, Godzilla! And he says it like the Japanese accent. It's like, and then everybody screams. And the cool thing about that Godzilla game is that you played as Godzilla. You would play Godzilla, okay? You could play as any of the monsters and you'd fight another monster. And you'd battle it out in major cities. It was like a fighting game, but you were fighting in cities. And I would love to fight it out in Seattle because I would love to knock down the Space Needle. Okay, that was my favorite part.
So are you Team Godzilla or King Kong?
Kong, I'll go with King Kong.
King Kong?
I love King Kong. Godzilla, because I've seen some of the Japanese movies. Sometimes he's our ally and sometimes he's just burning down like there's a wonderful audio commentary on the Godzilla 2000 movie that came out, and the guy that did the American editing, the Hollywood editing and dubbing, English dubbing for it, he does the commentary for it, and they're making a point that Godzilla stops the alien monster from destroying Tokyo, but then why is he burning it down? And the guy says, well, because he's Godzilla. Okay, it's what he does. Okay, it's like... All right, is this a troll? Before internet trolls, we had these kind of trolls, right? Is that what I'm getting? Oh, man. Some of the CGI is not going to be holding up. Is it that bad? What do you think, Daniel? Huh?
The CGI?
Right here, yeah. What do you think of the CGI? Huh?
It looks like a sci-fi TV movie today. But I mean, for that time, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think you could have done it practically. I would have rather have done it with a giant
made
puppet
more
creature.
sense. That's what Peter Jackson would have done. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, then he went CGI nuts with the Hobbit movies.
Do you hate the Hobbit movies?
They are movies that I desperately wanted to like, and I just couldn't do it. I kept trying to say, okay, maybe if I watch these at home like a TV miniseries, they're not as bad as theatrical experiences. And then I saw part 3, and I'm like, just no. They did that whole love triangle with the dwarf and the elf, and Legolas, and just no. That wasn't in the book. No. I tried liking it. I'm sorry, I really did, because I love the Hobbit book, but I just. And I'm not going to attack Peter Jackson too much, because I think that was also another problem with producers interfering too much and not giving the director the proper resources he needed to get it done right. Okay, so
have you read The Hobbit?
I have.
Okay.
It's a good book. There's also a good like radio play of it as well you can listen to. Okay, boom. Okay. So what's Chris P saying? Oh, the running game Seamus keeps blowing things up. Yep. Practical with some CGI touch-ups. Yeah. Just look at that. Dead out of his nose. Is that? Oh no. Troll boogers. I would imagine troll boogers could be used in potion making, right?
I would think so. You know.
I don't. See, the potion making would be something I'd be most interested in. When you think of potions, what else do you think of? I think of poisons, okay?
Yeah.
Or potions for healing or poisons. And I wonder sometimes if the old quote in the Bible, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live," would be maybe that some of these old crone women would make up poisons, okay? And, what do you do with a poisoner, I don't.
You
know.
hire them to take out someone.
Well, then again, that's for that quote. Of course, then again, maybe there were actual people practicing the dark arts. I don't know, But I'm just saying, Professor Quirrell with his it's a turban, right?
Can in English? I mean, is that like cultural appropriation at this point in time? An Englishman
Probably
wearing a turban?
not. It's explained later on too.
Okay.
But yeah, probably. I don't. Yeah, you know what? They might get into trouble these days. I don't know. It depends on if people freak out over every little thing, which I don't know if anyone complained about that. So that's good. You're barely eating your sausage. Are English sausages any good?
They were fine when I was over there.
Because that I might try. I would imagine maybe they're good at making those. I don't know if I've ever had an English sausage. I've had Italian sausages. That's usually what we have. Or
I really hated
or
the
German
food
sausage.
When I was over there. I hated the food when I was over there. I was hungry the entire time.
My parents didn't have good experiences either, though I have my mentor said she loved the English food she had over there. But my parents said that like my dad, they got very happy when they saw TGI Fridays.
Yeah. Oh Lord. I found a Pizza Hut in Edinburgh. I was there 2 times a day, every day. I was like, thank you, Lord Jesus, for Pizza Hut in Edinburgh. Oh.
Was it like our Pizza Hut? Do they have any special things?
Yes. Well, I mean, the prices were like sky high, but I could get like a little pan pizza, pepperoni, and I could get a Coca-Cola with some ice cubes in it. I was so happy. Oh.
They don't give ice cubes in regular restaurants over there?
No.
What?
No.
That's right. I think I know why. I think I saw in there's a wonderful movie about C.S. Lewis, right? And it has Anthony Hopkins as C.S. Lewis. And when he's in the pub with his mates, the one guy goes, cold beer chills the stomach, has no taste. And I'm wondering if they don't take their cold drinks cold over there. I don't know.
That's priceless, Melissa. Yeah, I dated a Dutch girl in college. And every time we go out to eat, I get the drinks and she's like, I don't want any ice. And I'm like, how do you not want any ice? And she's like, we don't have ice. And I'm like, you're in America. We have ice. It's America.
They don't do cold drinks over there. I don't get it. Melissa Harris. Oh, reveals the Big Al sized forehead on his back of his head. Okay, yes, funny.
Someone screenshot that for me if you can. Can I do that while I'm live streaming? Can I do that?
There we go.
I can. All right, I screenshot it. I'm gonna send that to Professor Geek.
Oh. Here we have the Quidditch match. They made a Quidditch video game, but I never bothered getting it.
Is Professor Geek a Harry Potter fan? Does anybody know?
I've never asked him that. I don't know. People are or they aren't.
I don't ever think of him as liking. I only think of him as like an American lit for some reason. I don't see him reading anything from across the pond.
No, he loves Lord of the Rings. That's British. He loves C.S. Lewis. That's British.
Okay, that's true. Valid points.
I don't know. I mean, I've read British fiction before, though. I like Nick Hornby's funny. I like his work.
C.S. Lewis wrote a lot of nonfiction.
He did.
I've got a good bit in the library of C.S. Lewis. It's not fiction.
Oh man, there we go. No. I think they actually have a graphic novel of the Screw Tape Letters you can buy. I think we had it in the library actually.
That's right. His cat was named Hermione. Okay. Maybe he's just a stranger that I just don't really know who he is. That's always possible.
Oh, he has a cat named Hermione. There you go. Okay. I think the issue is that I've been a little Harry Pottered out. And plus the Fantastic Beasts movies are turning into a miniature disaster, especially with the recasting. Okay.
Really, Juliana Hoff's in this?
Who's she?
She was in the Bengals. Is that right?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe she was the Well, there she was.
Hey, Sound Engraver's in the house.
Hello, Sound Engraver. We are watching Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. It's the Quidditch match. I need sound when watching this movie. I haven't muted it. It's not the way to watch it. And I'm watching the old DVD of it. I actually do have the. I don't have the Blu-ray of it, but I have the digital copy of it in HD. Gryffindor. Who is it? Emma Watson's so young in this, though. It's hard to believe.
Yeah. Hey, Sound Engraver has seen this film.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I did hear a lot of people who read the books. They said that Quidditch on screen is not as good as what they had imagined it.
No, it isn't. But to be honest with you, I think they did the best they could with the time. I mean, this is an example where they thought they were actually trying hard to make it right.
Well, this is like probably the biggest set piece aside from the finale.
You know, Sound Engraver, there is a Super Star Wars video game for Super Nintendo. And you can hear all the John Williams music in Super Nintendo sound. Yeah, Santa Graver's doing her Super Nintendo soundtrack. She's doing a Donkey Kong Country series. In fact, I heard that Universal Orlando, when they do the Super Nintendo Land, I think it's rumored, but I think they are going to do a Donkey Kong Country portion in addition to a Super Mario portion as well. So
if you catch the little golden thing, you like instantly win. Is that how it works?
the rules for Quidditch make no sense.
Okay.
They don't. It's someone was arguing. No, the entire rules for Quidditch make no sense. Okay, if you read them in the books, no, it's ridiculous. Okay, if you catch the snitch or it's just, no, it's oh, it's ridiculous. It's actually part of that British whimsy. Okay, you have these complicated rules for this game, which I guess is supposed to be the Wizarding World equivalent of soccer. Okay, because soccer is their big game, right? Over there in England.
They call it football over there?
They call it football over there. That's correct. Actually, I want the professor to play Super Star Wars because it's kind of a not so easy platforming game. And I know how much he loves those. I kid the professor. I'm sorry. So we're going to do the Speed Racer movie rewatch.
I've
never actually seen the Speed Racer movie. I don't know who did the score to that. We are doing Fistful of Dollars one of these weeks though. I want to. You need some Clint Eastwood in your life, okay?
Michael Giacchino, did he do Speed Racer? If someone could check me on that.
I don't know. I mean, director. The music. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna do.
Didn't the Waskowski, the Matrix dudes, didn't they direct Speed Racer?
Yes. What was I gonna do though? What was I gonna say? I want to do Dirty Harry at some point too, which is not cool. Harry Potter. It's different Harry. They should have Harry Callahan enter the Wizarding World, and he'll just start shooting people. Okay,
He probably would have finished off Voldemort a lot sooner.
Probably. Yeah, I have the score to Dirty Harry, so we can do that one. That's one of those weird 70s scores. All right, so you got the snitch. Yay!
I think it was 2 years ago, La La Land released a 7-disc set of the Williams scores to Harry Potter.
Good for him.
I have yet to buy it because it's always sold out. Always, always, always.
Harry Potter's huge.
It's $100 set.
I did buy the Lord of the Rings soundtracks, but I didn't buy the fancy ones, if you know what I mean by the fancy ones.
Oh, you made a mistake, my friend.
Do you have those?
I do. And
those were so impressive. They came with a DVD that was just the music, so you could listen to the music in surround sound. Okay, that's what that was all about. Okay, yep. And it came with full on.
Yeah.
But you know, I had other things to spend my money on. I was probably buying Japanese animation. That's also now probably worth a small fortune because Japanese animation comes and goes. It disappears.
Yeah, I'm so glad I have those.
Santa Graver, I'm sure that Star Wars game is on the retro box. It's called Super Star Wars, okay? And they have a Super Empire Strikes Back and a Super Return of the Jedi as well. I never beat Super Return of the Jedi.
I'm sorry. If you excuse me for like 1 second, Big Boy's like restless about something.
Sure, I'll talk.
All right.
But unfortunately, no Harry Potter games on Super Nintendo because that came out. Those movies came out later. There was an actual Lord of the Rings Super Nintendo game, but it was based on the books. Okay. And yeah, actually, that might be something for the professor to try. Oh my goodness! Remind me to remind Daniel in the future to mute the sound when checking on the dogs. Okay. I like dogs, but oh man, okay. Here we have Wizarding Chess. This reminds me of an old computer game called Battle Chess. In fact, there was a Star Wars chess game actually that they made for the Sega CD where the characters would fight each other on the board as well. Oh, thank you, Crispy. There's a Dirty Harry Potter meme out there somewhere. Dirty Harry has his gun instead of a wand. Yes, my ears are ringing now right now, Sound Engraver. Yes. Oh. Oh, I see. Yes, the face on the back of Professor Geek. Al's face says hello. Al pals and the magically changed. The fan man saying hello, Brew Crew. It's the fan man. Yes, funny, very funny. Yes. Okay. That'd be funny if Professor Geek is all three of them in one, and we just don't know it. No, I'm kidding. It's like a split personality. There you go. It's but we know Sound Engraver's real because we've seen her. Okay. Your father left this. How you doing? Who's that? Oh, I guess he muted it. Or he's not listening. Okay. All right. So is this the? Wait a minute. Is this the? Oh, it's the cloak, or the robe of invisibility, which is such a useful item to have. I want one in the worst way. I'm sorry if I could be. Come on. Imagine the places you could go into with a robe of invisibility. Okay.
I can think of a couple places.
Yeah, you could you could stay in the movie theater twice and not have to get up and stay for the second showing. I'm sorry. Am I limited in my thoughts on that? I would sneak into a Dunkin' Donuts and make a bacon maple donut. Okay, I would do that. No, I don't.
This is Big Boy, everyone. Say hello, Big Boy. Say
hello. Hello, Big Boy. Big Boy,
YouTube.
You look rather intense tonight. You're like the three-headed dog we saw earlier.
He's like shaking, and I don't know why. It's not storming outside.
Did you have a nightmare? Maybe he had a bad dream.
Hey, buddy.
Did he have a bad dream? Sing a lullaby to him. Sing the Harry Potter theme. Okay.
I gave him 2 songs. He should have been happy.
Oh, I miss having a dog.
Come on over. There's plenty to hang with.
Yes.
What is it, buddy?
Does he have the hot breath?
No.
Okay, we used to always say Scully had the hot breath. And it would smell like dog's breath, so that was never nice. All right. So they're in the... Uh-oh, here's Filch. Filch looks younger, the actor playing him. Okay. He's not looking as old as he did on Doctor Who as the first Doctor. Okay. All right. I wish I had a cloak of invisibility.
All right, we'll go outside. We'll go outside. We'll go outside. Come on, we'll go outside. Come on. Go outside. No, no. Go outside.
There's Severus. You don't want me as your enemy, Kroll. He had a sense someone was there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, Crispy, if I had the cloak, I'd walk everywhere without a stupid mask on. Oh.
But you'd have the cloak over you, so it's kind of like about the same thing.
That's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I was mentioning you, Dan. You might want to invest in what they call a face shield, okay? Because you can breathe easier with them. I know some people like
I've got one.
A lot easier to breathe with. Okay.
I just don't usually go anywhere longer than like 20 minutes about my max inside of the store.
Gotcha. I'm just saying, if you're ever stuck in a situation, get the face shield where you have to wear something, because I know it's not as good as the mask. It's fine. It's blocking your breath, okay, and you can actually see, and you can breathe, okay.
Yeah.
The only trouble
I mean, usually you get in trouble for breathing on people, anyways. But hey. That was a joke. Like, you can't just go up and like breathe heavy on someone, And I know I have to explain the joke, and it's obviously not funny.
Oh, sorry, so applaud you for that, Crispy. Yes, it's. I'm waiting for this all to end. This stupidity we're living in right now, but anyway.
It's not going to end, my friend. It's not going to end.
It has to at some point.
Oh no, there's a new strain coming. It's worse.
Okay. Well, I don't know what the plan is. I'll just stay home. I'll hang out online with people. That's what I've been doing. Okay. He gets to see his parents. You get to see what you want the most, and I guess he wants his parents. Okay, or something. Isn't that what it is? Yes.
What would you see if you looked into the mirror of what you want the most?
I don't know. I mean, a deceased loved one makes a lot of sense for something you'd want to see. Probably a Nintendo cartridge I've been wanting. I don't know. It's like...
That's what I was thinking for you.
Yeah, I actually bought one of the old ones recently. I got Shadow of the Ninja.
Sounds like an 80s movie that went straight to video.
That's the thing. Well, a lot of the games on the Nintendo were like those 80s action movies that went straight to video. They had the kind of the same aesthetic,
So, Sound Engraver, do you have a favorite Harry Potter movie?
If she says the first one because it's the only one I've seen, I'm going to cry.
I will bet you $1 she's seen at least 2 Harry Potter movies. Come on, Sound Engraver. Come on.
The movies I tend to watch about witches tend to be horror movies myself, okay?
Are there any good horror movies about just witches alone?
Yes.
Aside from the Blair Witch Project?
Yes. Suspiria, the original, not necessarily the remake, but the original is a favorite of mine. That is a great score, too. Goblin terrifying rock score that goes along with it. It's one of my favorite scores. And a recent movie that came out was called
Valerie.
Oh, there's Dumbledore.
Come here. I don't know why you're
The Mirror of Erized. Oh, that's interesting. Sound Engraver said she's seen all of the Harry Potters, but that she doesn't remember that much.
You owe me $1.
I in a college. Well, I owe you $1. Okay. I and a college roommate binged on all 7 for Halloween once. Okay. That's a lot of movies to watch in a row. Sounded great.
That is a lot of movies.
I like to watch the old school horror movies around Halloween time, like the Universal horror movies or like the Hammer horror movies, stuff like that. Like Frankenstein, Dracula, that sort of thing. Actually, one I watched was a couple Halloweens ago was called Mad Love with Peter Lorre, and he's obsessed with this. What?
Dr. House.
Peter Lorre?
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm thinking about Hugh.
Hugh Laurie.
Yeah.
No, Peter Lorre. It was one of the movie from the 1930s, and it has the guy who played Dr. Frankenstein in the Universal movies. He's in it. I think his hands get messed up, and he's a pianist, so he gets the Peter Lorre character does replacement surgery on him by giving him the hands of a thief. I think a murderous thief that got executed. So he takes his hands and puts them on the new guy. It's a weird movie. It might have been pre-code before they started cracking down on stuff in Hollywood. He had to spend Christmas all alone at Hogwarts, and you know what? It was probably still it was still better than spending Christmas with the Dursleys.
Yeah,
that's the sad thing.
And Alex,
I'd rather not go home for Christmas break. It's okay. I could probably get some decent meals. Maybe read some wizarding books and just look in that mirror.
I don't know what's got him riled up tonight. This is very odd.
Does he have to go for a walk?
I mean, not at night. We never go out at night except in the backyard.
Could he be sick or something? Maybe, I don't know.
He's like scared about something tonight. I don't know what.
You want to check outside your property, make sure no one's on there?
If someone was on there, I would definitely know.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
in the book,
I don't worry about that happening.
Okay, all right. In the book, does Harry make up with his aunt and uncle? I don't think they leave on bad terms in the book. It's hard to say. I don't remember, but I don't think. I think the aunt and uncle and Dudley get better toward the end of the books. Like Dudley isn't the bully anymore. Okay, as I recall, I don't think they're necessarily on bad terms. I don't know if they're. I don't know how close they are, but I don't think they're on bad terms. We know about the Sorcerer's Stone. Hagrid. I hate movies like this. They make me hungry.
I've been hungry all week long.
What have you eaten?
A lot of soup this week.
That's why you're hungry.
I know. Yeah.
Like, was it canned soup?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna make you hungry. You need like some bread with it or something, Or are you off carbs?
That, by the way, is a beautiful dog. That's a French Mastiff.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's a very rare dog. The guy whose name I don't think I can say on YouTube, who was in charge of Germany in the 1930s, had
a French Mastiff
exterminated.
He wanted what? Is that why they're rare?
Yeah.
He thought the dog was ugly, so it wasn't just wow.
Yeah.
What a piece of.
Granted,
he's done other horrible things too
Yeah.
that you condemn for, but I didn't realize he went after animals too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ugh. Terrible, man.
People don't realize social revolutions spill over into all kinds of crazy stuff.
They do, and let's hope we don't have one here. Okay. All right. Oh, that's a baby dragon, right? A Norwegian Ridgeback. Brother works with these in Arania. Isn't he beautiful? That'd be a cool job working with dragons, huh?
Yeah. Get to hang out with that hot girl from Game of Thrones.
Oh, what's her name? Yeah, she was in Solo. She was probably the highlight of that Solo movie, actually.
You didn't like that droid?
Amelia Clark. No, I did not like the droid. If that droid hadn't been in it, I probably would give Solo a pass.
Yeah,
because I actually think out of all the Disney Star Wars, it was the most tolerable one because, maybe just treat it like an adventure. So, I mean, there was some dumb stuff in it, but it felt the most like an old school Star Wars movie. I felt. That droid got on my last nerve.
The actor who was playing Han and Lando did a good job.
I thought they were fine as the younger versions, yeah. And I
just wanted a good movie with them in it. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's that. That's always important, isn't it? It's like how I am with Star Trek Picard. I don't hate any of the actors on the show, or even necessarily the characters they're playing. It's the fact that they're all these broken people. I would have rather seen those characters like on a starship exploring space, instead of seeing them as these damaged people, which you're not really supposed to have in the future Federation anyway. Okay, so I really did not like that show, but for different reasons than why I don't like Discovery. Discovery is just an all-round disaster. But the characters on Picard, I had nothing against character-wise. I just didn't like the show.
I was very hopeful for Discovery. I saw the trailers. I'm like, this looks amazing.
It looks amazing is one thing.
Why is Sarek in it? And when did Spock have a stepsister I never heard of?
I don't know why, and this just shows because they have to tie everything to Kirk and Spock. They don't know. I didn't have a problem with her being adopted by Vulcan parents and raised as a Vulcan, okay? They could have done that. I don't know why it had to be Spock's family. Yeah. Okay. All right. That was my issue with that. Okay. And there was good stuff in the first season and bad stuff, but there was good stuff too. And then season 2 came out. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. It had like one episode that was kind of interesting, and the rest were just bad. And I've not bothered watching season 3, and I probably never will. But we'll see what happens.
Will it have a season 4?
Apparently, they keep saying it's gonna, but I never know with these people. They always say, "Oh, we got these big plans." Let's talk about positive things. Let's talk about Harry Potter, except for the Harry Potter TV series that I hope they don't make. Okay.
Who's the crinkly face looking guy?
Filch. I wish I knew the actor's name. He's a good actor. He shows up in a lot of stuff. He play. I like the fact that on they did a TV movie for the BBC about the making of the original Doctor Who series, and they had him play William Hartnell's Doctor. And then when they did an episode, I think the Peter Capaldi finale, they'd had him come back as the first Doctor because he has similar look. He has a similar look to the actor who played the Doctor on the old show in the '60s. So they cast him as the first Doctor, and I really thought that was neat. Okay, that they did that, but. Plus, he gets to play a good guy for a change instead of some kind of monster, you know? But what am I looking at here? Is that a fridge?
Yeah.
Daniel, I saw the head in the fridge.
Saw the what?
I saw the head in the fridge.
Oh.
Who is that? I should have acted more scared, okay? Would have freaked out the chat. Never mind.
I have like 3 refrigerators, so.
That was a nightmare I had once, okay? About I even wrote it as a short story, but it was about I think I think it was a hot dog vendor cart repair shop, if there is such a thing. This is where the dream took place. And like the guy was saying how going up to the guy running the place, he's like, "Oh, I have many husbands," and it's like, I don't want to hear about this, okay? You know, and like he's just, you know, and then he looks inside the guy's hot dog cart, and there are like 6 heads inside, okay? And then I woke up from the dream, okay? You know, isn't that weird? I had it about 20 years ago. This dream, I don't know what it means, okay, but. It was a nightmare, okay? That's basically what it was, but I don't think I was in it. That's weird. I'll have dreams when I'm not in them sometimes. You know that?
That could be a good thing.
Sometimes.
Maybe.
Or it's like I'm watching other people, maybe. Maybe that's a better way, but I know what they're thinking too, so it's weird. I don't know.
David Bradley is the actor's name.
Okay, yeah, he's a good actor. All the actors in movies are good in this movie are good.
Oh, cricket, don't touch the
I don't know what Emma Watson's been in lately that I've seen. I did not like her Beauty and the Beast movie at all.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, that was
I'm
horrible.
Sorry, no.
Horrible.
Like some people picked on the Cinderella movie Disney, but I thought it was fine. It wasn't exactly like the musical, but I didn't really have a problem with that movie, the Cinderella one that Disney put out. But no, I did not like the Beauty and the Beast remake, and I didn't even bother with Aladdin. Though I'll admit, whoever they cast as Princess Jasmine for that movie was spot on. Okay, so I gave them points for that. But Jasmine's my favorite Disney princess, if you know what I mean. But okay,
I think mine's the Alien Queen.
As far as looks go, what Alien Queen?
She's a Disney princess.
Oh, stop it! No, for starters, it's a queen. No, that's not. Stop doing this, okay? Like the guy mentioning Frankfurter from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Well, now he belongs to Disney, but he's not a princess. He's a queen. Yes, I know. Just please, just stop putting all these characters that aren't technically Disney.
And I have relocated to the bedroom. I apologize if it's all dark.
It's fine. Oh, I see your posters. So Raiders of the Lost Ark poster, right? Or is that Last Crusade?
That's Last Crusade. That's my autographed one from River Phoenix. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, cool. But
And there's my Temple of Doom. And
that's a neat poster. If I were to get any of those Indiana Jones, I get the Temple of Doom. But,
yeah, can you see it?
Right now, I got Eastwood posters up right now. Yep, I see it.
And then
I got
Empire 82 reissue.
Oh wow, okay.
I'm reworking the pictures in the room.
Gotcha.
But anyways.
Yeah, I have replica posters. One's for Pale Rider, and the other's for the Outlaw Josie Wales. We got Clint Eastwood movies going on. I had one for Dirty Harry, but the replica poster I got, it looked Dirty Harry's picture on it looks digitized, like, and I almost think it's almost like an 80s thing, like pixel art, but I'm like, no. It just that one didn't turn out as well. I do have actual movie posters as well that are originals too. Okay.
I've got Unforgiven.
I know you mentioned it to me. Well, hold on to it a little while longer, because like I said, I just got the. You mentioned it a couple weeks ago. I might have taken you up on it, because it's like I wanted to replace the Dirty Harry, but I've already replaced it with the Outlaw Josie Wales poster. So I don't really have a spare frame right now, anyway. But is it a cool poster? Which one is it? Is it the one with him, just him to his back turned, or is it one with his back turned and the people's faces on it?
I think it's the one with his back turned and the people's faces. I think just the back turned was the advance, and with the characters was the standard one.
Yeah. That one I like the best. I tend to like movie posters where it's art rather than actual photography. You know, we don't get art posters anymore.
And yes, Chris P, that is a garbage poster on the wall, along with 2 pictures of Shirley Manson.
Oh, you're a garbage fan. I didn't know that.
I was, until they told me they didn't want my money anymore a couple years back.
Oh, did they say that?
Yeah.
Here we go. Lovely. We can't have nice things. I'll be blunt. I was getting really into all the indie rock bands, but after a certain election, I stopped looking into it because I was terrified of what they would be saying.
Yeah. I understand.
Anyway, so here we go. They're all so young in this. It's. How many people wander around with dragon eggs?
I don't know if Aged Boomer is, but I sure am. Chris P.
What?
Are you a fan of Drew Struts?
Drew.
He did a lot of the movie posters back in the 80s and the 90s.
Possibly. A lot of the movie posters I get, I tend to I go for weird movie posters a lot of the time. I'm very happy. I have one poster for Lucio Fulci's The Beyond, which is my favorite horror movie, and I bought the American re-release Grindhouse poster for that one that Tarantino made sure got re-released over here. And that one I got. I have the Heavy Metal re-release poster. In my room, I used to have the Beyond and Heavy Metal, the posters for those movies, but they were both of like the '95 re-releases of both those movies. So they were like the re-release posters, but they were like the Heavy Metal was the one where it's Tarna and you have like the metal background and it says louder and nastier than ever. That was the one I got, as opposed to the original like 1981 poster for that. But and what was really neat was when I got Forbidden Planet, I bought the collector's tin, and when I got King Kong, I got the collector's tin. And they had a mail-in thing. You had to pay for the shipping, but you got a free replica poster for Forbidden Planet and King Kong. Okay. And I was annoyed because years later, I found a discount. I didn't realize they did this. They had the Searchers box set too, and that also had a free mail-in for a replica poster. But unfortunately, it had expired at that point, so I didn't get my poster for the Searchers. But it's a John Wayne movie.
Yeah.
Of course, it might clash with my Clint Eastwood posters, considering the fact that John Wayne did not like Clint Eastwood. Okay, which I didn't realize. Okay. And anime feature posters. I used to get a lot of like for feature length anime films. I would try to find the posters for those when I was getting the anime. Because they would always have like limited runs over here in US theaters, but they would get posters.
Did you watch Robotech back in the day?
You know, it's funny. I did not. I had cousins that watched it. I need to watch it now because I did buy the I think AMC remastered it and put it on DVD, and I did pick those up years ago. I need to watch them, but they had like a whole box set. The great thing about Black Friday years ago, and even that still today, is you can get bargains on DVDs, like nice box sets that are like super cheap, you know. And that's when you buy. And I don't even want to think about the number of DVDs I have. Okay, I'm probably to DVDs how you are to music. Okay. I mean, I have quite a bit of music too, but not.
You have a lot of DVDs.
Yes. I do not have Harry Potter though.
Really?
No, this I'm borrowing from somebody, but I have a digital copy of it. I have the digital copies. Okay, so I can watch them on my Vudu whenever I want, you know, or my iTunes.
Yeah, it was $17 to download on Google Play
for the full movie.
Yeah,
I got mine. I did very well with the Harry Potter because I borrowed the DVDs, and at that point, the Vudu was having a deal where if you could do 4 or more, you got each digital copy for $2.50. Okay, so
wow.
I did I was able to get all the Harry Potters digital HD $20. Okay, so not bad. I had to finagle it though. Mm-hmm.
I think the entire set was $80, but I was like, I'm not doing that today. So.
Yeah. There's the 3-headed. What's that called again? Service. Oh, sorry, I yawned. Burning the candle at both ends this week. I did have the Lego Harry Potter game, though. I stopped buying the Lego games after a while. It got to be too much. But I did get this one. I think my favorites were still the Lego Star Wars and the Lego Indiana Jones ones they made. You know, in Lego Indiana Jones, you know, you get different characters in that. In the first stage, when you play as, if you switch over to Willie, she attacks people by screaming at them. Okay,
Fitting.
like Willie, you know, the Kate Capshaw character, she'll just scream and that'll kill the other characters on screen. It's funny. Did you like the Lego movie, Daniel?
To a point, I liked it. When they brought in the human people, I was kind of like, I'm kind of checking out at this point.
See, I was all right with that. I was all right that this was in some ways going on, like the kid was making it all happen. I was all right with that. I like how at the end it's like, oh, you don't have to be the bad guy, and you know, Lord Business is his dad. Remember, you know, it's like,
yeah.
But at the same way, I kind of get the dad, okay? Because before I got into Nintendo games, I was kind of a Lego fanatic, okay? And don't put me near a Lego set today. It's like I don't know. It's like one of those things where there's still a hankering inside me to put together Lego sets, you know. But you know, I've decided I've decided I'm too old. That or society thinks I'm too old, and I better not do it anyway. Okay, you know what I mean? Okay. But I got all the way up to Pirates set. Later on, they made Wild West Legos. I would have went nuts for the Wild West Legos, like, you know, a saloon, you know, cowboys and all that. I would have loved that growing up, but didn't have when I was a kid. But they brought them out later on.
There was a McLaren Lego set I saw. It was several $100s.
They were never cheap back in the day, but they're more money now. Yeah, of course they might be just. They might actually, to be fair, today they might have just adjusted for inflation, because like back in the day, to get like a decent castle set, you're looking at like $100+ or maybe more, 150. This was back in the 80s. Okay.
True.
That would be something I'd ask for Christmas, okay? And maybe chip in some allowance money on, you know? It's like, you know. But I had at one point I had not all of, but almost all of the castle village that they made, and I was, you know, I had the blacksmith shop and the armory, and I was very happy. Because they were different generations of sets. You had to go to different stores. Like some stores would sell the older Lego sets, and I would like, oh, I want the blacksmith shop. I had the medieval tavern too. They sold that as well. And you had to buy that special through the catalog, which means I'd have to give my allowance money to my parents. They write me out a check to send, okay, you know, with the allowance money saved up, and you'd mail for it. And it would take forever for the check to clear, and then they would mail it to you, you know, and it would take forever.
I remember those days, yeah.
This is before the days of the internet and people being comfortable using their credit cards in places, you know. And of course, obviously Harry Potter was big in Lego too. Okay, I think Lego Star Wars was the first licensed one, but right after I think was Harry Potter. And I think they even did Lego Lord of the Rings eventually.
Yeah, I remember those.
And everybody wanted them to do Lego Doctor Who. Eventually they came out with a single set for Lego Doctor Who. Okay.
Yeah, I got Big Al a Y-wing Lego for Christmas, and it looked really cool. Like, I almost just want to keep this. But I was like, no, I need to send it off.
A Lego Batman movie is a universe where all versions of Batman happened. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't care as much for the Lego Batman movie, though. I'll be honest. I didn't even bother watching the Lego
Batman
movie too.
The Lego,
the Lego Batman movie you liked?
Yeah, it was.
See, that one I didn't like. That's weird. You and I have opposite things, because I don't know.
I'm also not a Batman person, so bear that in mind.
Well, there you go. Because I'm like, you're kind of wasting Harley Quinn. I felt like, you know, Batman, the trailer for that movie, the Lego Batman movie, is like all the Batman villains are just going to team up and take him down. And I thought that's what the plot was going to be of that movie. And then you watch it, and no, that's like the first 5 minutes, all the villains trying to take him on at once. And, you know, I was kind of disappointed. And then, of course, it's him fighting villains from other franchises or series. I don't like that term franchise, but to be fair, that's how Hollywood treats these things now. They treat them as franchises. It's just, you know,
Yeah.
It's money. That's all it is to them. It's not about making, you know, something, you know. I wonder sometimes too. Do they think about longevity, about things selling over time nowadays in Hollywood?
I don't know. You know, just give me a quick dollar, I guess.
Maybe they think the kids don't watch old movies anymore, so it doesn't matter if they're bad to begin with. I don't know. Oh, here we go, the wizard chest scene.
He's still not settling down. I don't know what got him spooked.
Are the other dogs okay?
Everyone else is fine. I mean, Olive is sitting right next to me sleeping, and she's always, if anything's going on, she's first to know.
I still like my Lego sets. I like putting the sets together. I've got the 6 Avengers Infinity War sets and recent Mecha suit figures. Yeah, see, I feel you, Chris Pete. I'm not picking on you. In fact, I'll put it to you this way, though. I don't have the room for them either, okay? Should I ever become an old man with a decent amount of property, though, I may want to get into the model train thing, okay? That might be something I could do in my later years. What do you think?
Model trains could be cool. I mean, if you went all in, that's
you got to go all in. That's the problem.
Yeah,
you got to go all in on the model trains. I wonder if that's why I got into Legos to begin with, though, because I liked miniatures and model trains, and you know, I even found dollhouses interesting. Of course, you know, I'm not gonna be playing with no dollhouse because you know,
it's just a model. That's all it is.
I know that, but this was the '80s. You're not playing with no dollhouse as a boy, okay?
No, I remember.
That was the only girl toy I was somewhat jealous of because you got all these little furniture pieces and stuff. I always found that fascinating.
I love me some She-Ra.
Well, yeah. Well, a lot of boys did. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't get into the He-Man or the Transformers or even the G.I. Joe. I was a weird kid. I was watching old Warner Brothers cartoons and Disney cartoons. That was my big thing. I would watch.
It's a pretty hardcore chess game.
Yeah. If you get a chance, check out the computer game Star Wars Chess, okay? You'll get a kick out of it because they have little animations whenever characters go up against each other. You can see Emperor Palpatine kill Princess Leia if you want on the chessboard, you know?
Wow.
It's like... It surprises me they never made a wizard chess game for Harry Potter, like, you know, one you could play...
I'm
like
sure
on a
the
computer.
Franklin Mint's got one somewhere.
Well, I know the Franklin Mint probably had one, but I'm talking about like when you can play on a computer, you know.
Okay.
Did you ever play the Chess Master games?
No. Not only do I not read fiction, but I don't play games either.
Not even chess?
No.
Oh. What about Monopoly?
Not really. I just never cared much for games.
Monopoly's kind of it's kind of a BS game anyway, though, because I played one game, and I'm not kidding you. I landed on go to jail like 4 or 5 times. You know? Why am I not finding this as interesting as when I saw it in the theaters?
It's not on a big screen.
I'm thinking that might be the case. I think back then this was an event movie. Everything was new.
Okay, he's starting to calm down now.
Yeah, hit the horse I'm on, huh?
See, when I saw this, I thought, oh, does he get killed in this movie?
What? Does
I
Ron,
thought,
Ron
yeah,
Weasley? Yes, he gets set on fire in a few scenes. Oh, it's quite horrific. No, he's like one of the main characters.
well, I didn't know it when I saw it.
Oh, that's what you thought when you saw it. Okay.
Yeah.
Checkmate. So what do you get? All right, so Hermione's going to stay with Ron, and he's going to go find out what's going on.
In the book, didn't Hermione have something else to do to help out?
Probably. I don't remember. That was the first one of those I read. I remember seeing in Entertainment Weekly a book called Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and they're recommending them. I'm like, okay, well, that's the most ridiculous title I've ever heard, so I must buy this book now. Okay, that's what I said. No, I used to have. I guess it was a first edition. I guess I shouldn't have gotten rid of it, huh? Of course, it's an American first edition. Does that really count?
I will agree with Chris P on that. The big screen makes all the difference in watching the film.
Yeah, with some movies, yeah, definitely.
How do you think Bruce Broughton would have done scoring this film?
What did he do, Bruce Broughton?
He did Young Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yeah, he would have been a good pick. Yeah. Like I said, I kind of saw the Young Sherlock Holmes score as like the John Williams score that John Williams never wrote. You know, it's
Yeah.
like I don't know. It's like,
I'm glad you suggested that film. I really did enjoy that film score, and I got the 3-disc set.
Oh, you got the one I got. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good score. It's it was one of those movies I grew up with as a kid, you know, like certain people have movies they grew up with a kid and you love that maybe they don't necessarily hold up. I still think it holds up all right though. But like one movie that people say is like that is, no offense to Big Al and Troy, but Kroll.
Yeah.
You know, people say, you know, that movie's not as good as I remembered it. You know, it's like, you know, I've heard people say that. Okay, here we go. His scar is hurting. So Voldemort it does show up in the first two movies. He's just in a weird form right now, right? What did he do? He split his soul into pieces or something, and they're all stuck in different things.
Little boxes and trinkets and whatnot.
Yeah. Trying to bring himself back.
Isn't One Piece inside Harry, if I remember correctly?
Yes. He's one of the Horcruxes. That's what they're called.
He's finally laid down now. So I hope whatever was bothering him is over.
Now, the Philosopher's Stone is a real thing in legend, okay? I think it does look like that, too. Yes. It is a... It's supposed to be able to grant you eternal life, okay? I think it's something alchemists used to seek out, okay? There's a wonderful found footage horror movie called As Above, So Below, where you have this archaeologist woman, and she's looking for the Philosopher's Stone. She has to go down to the French catacombs. The only trouble is the Philosopher's Stone is in a part when you to go through it. It's the line, abandon all hope, all you enter here. You know, and you know what they have to cross to get to this thing, right? Basically they go into the netherworld, to use a politer way of saying it, and it's really creepy. Oh, Harry Potter. There's Lord Voldemort. Now this is a cool Voldemort. This looks creepy.
Yeah.
Now is Ray Fiennes playing him in this scene, the voice, or is it just a different voice right now?
I'm not sure.
Because they got him to play the actual real version of him though. But what does he say? What does he say? There is no good or evil, just power and those with the will to use it. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is how a villain would probably think. Okay.
And why did he turn bad again? Was it
Voldemort?
explained? Yeah.
Voldemort, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, and I apologize, I know the chat can correct me. I believe he came from a Muggle mother and a wizard father, okay? And the Muggle mother, I believe, was well-to-do in the human world, okay? She came from a respectable family, okay? But there was a kind of a he had resentment because of that, though, and I don't know if the wizard abandoned them or something. It was this weird. I don't remember the full story, but it was. I don't know if it was like a reverse where the Muggle family didn't like him because he was a wizard or thought he was unnatural or something. You know, it was this. I forget now. I'm not going to quote this. I'm forgetting the conflict now.
If Harry had been like, sure thing, sounds good, would Voldemort been okay with that, or would he have just killed him anyways?
No. If he thought he would be loyal, he might have just had him be at his side. You understand? If he said, I'll be on your side, I'll go with you, he would have been fine with it. Of course, I don't know though. He is a Horcrux, so maybe that would have presented a problem. Maybe he still would have had to do something to him. I don't know. Like I'm not. I can't nerd out on Harry Potter because I don't know the full details. Could he have removed the Horcrux from him or whatever? I don't know. Look at that.
So he just straight up kills this guy, right?
He's gone, goes to pieces. Yes, that's a cool effect. Actually, that was some cool CG there.
You know, for an 11-year-old kid to just kill someone, he seems to take it pretty well.
Was he able to do it because of the Horcrux? I don't know I don't know because he's the boy that lived. I guess. I'm trying to remember. I'm sure Voldemort will not Voldemort. Dumbledore will explain it all. Ah. All right, that's kind of creepy. Do you like the Bernie Bot's many flavored beans?
The what?
The Bernie Bot's many flavored beans. Tell me you've tried them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The candy they eat in this.
Okay.
Jelly Belly puts out their own version of it.
Oh, I've seen them
with the bad flavors mixed in with the good, or you can just get the bad flavors. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've never tried them.
They're terrible. I got a dirt flavored one once. It tasted like dirt. Why would anyone do that? I could get gift baskets, huh?
Well, your birthday's coming up in a few months.
Oh, stop it.
I'm saying to people in the chat, when it's an Aged Booner
no, it's. I can buy myself a gift basket. Actually, I do need to get my mom some peanut brittle for her birthday.
Don't
She said
forget,
she couldn't. She
Valentine's
said
Day
she,
is coming up next week, everyone.
oh,
Yeah.
thank you for that. I'll get it for Valentine's Day. That's an idea.
I went
Okay.
into the fudge shop today. I was downtown Madison, and I was like, I haven't been to that fudge shop in a while, and that sounds tasty. And I asked the guy, I said, y'all about to get real busy for Valentine's Day? And he's like, oh, when's that? I'm like, next week? He's like, oh, okay, thanks for telling me. How do you not know that? You sell fudge and candy, and you don't know Valentine's Day?
Okay. In his defense, I'm going to say here's how he might not know that. Ever since the pandemic hit, my own reading of time is all messed up. Seasons, everything else. What?
I said, okay, I'm just saying.
I'm going to say
guys
this.
in the chat, if you got a girl or a guy, whatever you prefer, next week is Valentine's Day. So don't be that guy who's going out on Valentine's Day trying to find something.
Anyways, I made a point that what was it? It was September, and I saw a sign saying Friday Fish Fry, and I'm like, oh, that's great. They have that up there for Lent. And then I'm thinking, it's not spring, it's fall, it's September. Why am I thinking it's springtime? Do you understand? My whole mindset's been messed up because everything's canceled. Okay. So it doesn't shock me someone forgot Valentine's Day. If you hadn't mentioned, I was forgetting Valentine's Day was going to happen too. Okay. This is how weird it is. I think it's due to the pandemic. I think that's why he forgot. Okay. But then again, maybe he has other reasons. Oh, he came against across a vomit flavored one. But I think I'll be safe. He's going to try one. Try a nice toffee. Take a toffee one. Alas, earwax. Oh! This is why he eats the lemon drops. He eats good old Muggle lemon drops, right? Fred and I are watching the theatrical cut of A New Hope for Valentine's Day. There are other movies you can watch for Valentine's Day. There's My Bloody Valentine. I'm
Basic
kidding.
Instinct is a wonderful Valentine's Day movie, yes.
No, it's funny. I was watching an Siskel review of My Bloody Valentine Day, and they hated it, and they were going after. They're saying this was abominable. This movie got made. It's a slasher movie that takes place on Valentine's Day. I got annoyed in My Bloody Valentine's Day because in the movie, the one guy says, "I love Valentine's Day candy. It's the only candy that's better than Christmas candy." And I wanted to say that you're wrong on both counts. The best candy is Easter candy. Okay. Am I wrong?
Oh.
I think Easter candy is the best candy.
I think you may be correct.
Yes. You get the chocolate bunnies. You get the pastel colored chocolate eggs, which is what I love.
The Cadbury stuff.
The Cadbury stuff. Even the M&Ms they release, I like too. But even the Cadbury, of course, eggs. In fact, it's always good to go to the store after Easter, and then you get them discounted. You get a whole big thing of the Cadbury eggs. Okay, so this is the part of the movie that I call BS on. Okay, this is the part of the movie I call BS on. Okay, Slytherin wins. Okay, no, well done. Yes, you won. You won. Okay. You're not finding some fake ballots, okay? I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? This is, I want a recount of all this. Don't say that Harry, Ron, and Hermione did enough great stuff for Gryffindor that now we get to add points on. This is a bunch of nonsense. It's a bunch of BS. You did not win fair and square, okay? Am I wrong?
Was it like this in the book? Or?
Yes, it was like this in the book.
Okay.
Oh, but these people did this, so I'm going to get 50 points there, or 50 points. Yeah, because you don't like Slytherin, Headmaster. You have it in for Slytherin, okay? Because they tell it like it is. By the way, sound engraver, I'm a Slytherin. Slytherin, okay.
Yes, Sound Engraver. Do you know what you are in Harry Potter land?
That's Canny's kiss Canny. Yeah, Reese's peanut butter eggs, crispy. Of course, I'll say this: at least Reese's they put up peanut butter anything depending on the holiday. It's peanut butter bats for Halloween, peanut butter what Santa Claus is for Christmas. It's like but the eggs are the best, even of those. Yeah, I'm thinking about food again. I'm sorry, I'm on a diet right now. I have a cheat day though, but it's not today. I should make Wednesday my cheat day. I should switch it up. I make Sunday the cheat day because I go out to breakfast after church. So
I got another $300+ light bill today in the mail, and I was distraught.
That's a lot of money, right? For
yeah.
bill?
I was
Why was it so much?
I don't know. And I called. I talked to power company, and they can look at my power usage by hour for every day. And it spikes every morning at 5, and it tapers off after 8. And I'm like, well, I leave the heat set on 60 all day, except when I wake up at 5, I turn it on like 70, and when I leave, I put it back down at 60. And that's the only other thing I can think of.
Could you have something running that you don't know about, or I don't know?
I mean, like I said, the heat stays on 60, except for I wake up at 5 and I put it on 70 because I don't like the cold house when I first wake up.
No one could be siphoning your power in any way, right?
No.
Okay, all right. Not like a neighbor having a long extension cord plugged into the side of your house or something.
No.
All right.
It's got to be the heating unit. I don't know why I feel like I've always done the same thing in the wintertime. I turn it way down during the day and at night, and I just turn it on in the morning.
Weird. I would look that up online, see if anybody else has had the same problem. Maybe it's going to be a malfunction in the heating system or something. I don't know.
It has to be because it's taking a lot of power. Oh, Lord. It needs to stop.
You got a book. Oh, look, family album pictures. I'm not impressed by the pictures where the people move around in these movies. I like still shots.
My cell phone does that. If you take a bunch of pictures back to back to back, it'll make it into a little movie like that.
Huh.
It's weird.
There is no art of photography in the Wizarding world. That was a funny scene on Doctor Who, and one of the old episodes of Doctor Who, when the Doctor's taking his companion, like he has a time lady for a companion during the season, and he says, "We're going to go visit the loo," and she goes, "Well, these art pieces are nice, but they're doing it by hand. Why don't they just have a computer, like a machine, do it like we do on Gallifrey? Because I guess they have machines on the planet that would make the portraits."
Which school would Sound Engraver be in? Aged Boomer.
Ravenclaw has to be.
Think so?
I think so, but I don't know. Has she done the Pottermore testing to see what school she's in? I don't know. I'm gonna say Ravenclaw.
What would your Patronus? What would your Patronus be?
I don't know. I don't know what her Patronus is. I don't even know what kind of Patronuses there are. I think it has to be an animal of some sort. But anyway. Okay. Excuse me, Melissa. I'm a Slytherin. Okay.
An Aged Boomer is not a douchebag.
It can't help being the best. Okay. All right.
He's the best YouTube co-host in the entire world.
I don't know. I think Katie's giving me run my money. She's very charming.
I'll take you any day.
Okay. Well, no, I good old Katie's out there chasing the blizzard. Okay. Which school would you say? Okay.
Okay.
Probably Hawk for my animal.
That's cool. Okay.
Well, what's your school, Sound Engraver? Have you not taken the Pottermore test?
What's the difference in the schools?
I would say, actually, I don't know though. She could be Hufflepuff because Hufflepuff is hard work, and Sound Engraver is a hard worker. But I'm thinking Ravenclaw though. I don't know. I'm pegging you as a Ravenclaw. And then there's Gryffindor.
John Williams did all the main themes for the end credits except for Voldemort's. He left it out.
You have not taken the test. Well, you'll have to go to Pottermore someday and figure out what school you're in.
I took a test repeatedly, like which Avenger would I be? And I kept, do you care to guess who I kept getting?
Yeah. Which one?
Take a wild guess. Which Avenger do you see me as?
Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man.
I don't know what Avengers were
I thought
you.
we were friends.
What Avenger did you get? Hulk?
Loki.
He's not an Avenger.
I know that, but that's what the test said.
I did 2 Game of Thrones tests online. I did one for which character you, which I guess were the main characters, and then which villain are you? For the regular characters, I got Daenerys. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
I got Daenerys. I guess they're worse things. Okay. And for the villains, I was very proud of myself. I got the Night's King. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
The big bad. Okay, that's who I got. So I was very happy with that.
Chris P got Hawkeye. That's cool.
I don't know. That was sounding great. You must take the Pottermore exam. I need to know what school you're in. And I told you, I tried doing it twice to get a different result. Nope, same result. Slytherin. That's what I am.
Are you still there?
I'm here. Sorry,
Okay.
I got distracted.
Oh,
I was looking at my Outlaw Josie Wells poster.
So
we like these. We like what? What'd you say?
I had cricket crawling all over me.
All right. So next week will be Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, right?
If Katie can come on back.
If not, we'll do Fistful of Dollars.
Yes, Fistful of Dollars. Yes.
Clint
She
Eastwood.
said she's game to do all the Harry Potter movies. She's, we just can't do them all back to back.
That's fine. So maybe Fistful of Dollars, Clint Eastwood classic. I don't know if that was his first spaghetti western or first even theatrical western. I think he did work on television shows as a western actor. That's why I wonder if the Leonardo DiCaprio character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is sort of based on Eastwood, even though he's not the same kind of actor as Eastwood. He was a western guy that started out on television. He was trying to do movies, but yep. But good old Clint Eastwood.
You're fine.
I don't know. I'm finding him. I'm in these hard times. I'm finding him my solace because he plays no nonsense guys in these movies he's in. Oh man, I was watching Dirty Harry over the weekend though. We are going to have to do that one at some point.
Oh, I walked out of the bedroom and he got all excited again.
All right.
I was going to cut the ending.
Fistful of what? Fistful of Yen?
Yeah.
Is there an actual movie called Fistful of Yen?
Probably so.
Yeah, he was in Gunsmoke episodes. That's right. Okay. I don't know if Big Lebowski has a great score, but you need to watch Big Lebowski at some point. Okay. That.
I'm gonna need to go. He's getting all agitated again.
That's fine. Well, have a good night, everyone. Do your adopt, don't shop.
Stop, don't stop.
Okay.
Thank you for coming by, everyone.
All right.
We'll see y'all next week.
Hope your dogs are doing better.
Yeah, I don't know what.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Take care. All right, and we're off. I'll let you go. Okay. Oh, I'm the only one here. Okay.